close.
It's all right.
Okay. So, what was her name, sorry?
It's Sally,
Sally.
S-A-L-L-Y, last name Little.
And your date of birth?
6/8/55, June 8th, 1955.
6/8, so August?
No, it's June, sorry, in the United States we do it differently. It's June
Okay.
8th,
June 8th.
1955. Yeah.
And your sign? Zodiac sign? Gemini. Alright, so there's all kinds like this after. And we'll start with the body.
Okay. I'm 65, so I have regular aging issues, which are not a big deal, but I have piriformis syndrome. Do you know what that is?
I have never heard of that.
So your piriformis is your deepest muscle in your butt.
Okay.
And-
yes.
and- Your sciatic nerve, either in 20% of the people, the sciatic nerve goes through the piriformis muscle, and then the other 80% it just goes beside it. So something happened to aggravate my piriformis muscle, so it's pushing on my sciatic nerve, and it's extremely painful. I got a shot for it in January, and it was a guided injection with a camera and all that.
Yeah.
That's helped considerably. I mean, I still feel it, but not at all like I used to.
And that's in the left side or right side?
Right.
The right side.
Everything in my body that's gone wrong has been on my right side.
Okay, so that's a present life.
Yeah, I
Because we
had.
divide the body in two, so
Oh.
left side past lives, right side present life.
Oh, I'll be darned. Well, no, I had a melanoma on my right shin. I had breast cancer on my right breast. Those are all cured and I'm fine, but that piriformis syndrome, and then I have something with my right shoulder that just doesn't feel right. You know, this one I can do anything with, but this one,
Locks up a bit.
yeah, it's just really sore. Like when I get
Okay.
it right there, it hurts here, it hurts here, and it hurts all across there.
It looks like it's the whole the ball.
Rotator cuff thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks like a little rotator cuff.
Okay.
With right shoulder.
Mhm.
And this is it? They both started at the same time, or?
No, the right shoulder started about 6 months ago, and the right hip started about 2 years ago.
Okay, so the right shoulder is quite recent. You remember doing anything
Nothing.
normal? It's just
No.
all of a sudden.
I think it's it. No, not that I remember.
Okay. And this was about 2 years. Okay. Sorry. Anything else with the body, the physical?
Nope. Pretty sturdy, except for those two things. Yeah, just saggy skin, you know, things of old age.
Well, that's normal.
Yeah.
One thing you have to say is, you're still pretty good. There's no age, and we keep telling ourselves that, a certain age, and we keep reminding ourselves about our age. But in reality, I found out. So I'll put my grandma example. She's been telling me for the past 30 years that she's 73, and she looks exactly the same. So I'll give you that example.
I love that.
Because the subconscious is always listening, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the more you remind it, the more that you tell it that number, it tries to go and searches for different consciousness and that same number, and it sees how the physical body is, and it tries to kind of match it,
I'll be darned. Okay.
So the less subconscious knows that number,
Okay.
the better it is.
I like
The
it.
younger you'll
I'm
feel.
40.
let's say.
I'm 40. I'm 40.
Exactly. Hey, you can say you're 25. Right. Okay. So Anything else with the physical body that? That's pretty good. That's,
yeah. I have high blood pressure that I've been medicated for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
My dad had it. You know.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
You said your dad had it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they said, the doctor said, well, it's in the family, it's going to carry on hereditary. Do you believe that it's a possibility that you can cut that chain that keeps going?
Oh yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, because we think that somebody else in our family had it, it's that we have to have it, right? In reality, it's not.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think doctors say a lot of things that they're...
I didn't say anything, you said it.
I said it,
right?
I said it.
But that's, they'll say you have this and such and that. And then once you think about it, and you say it in your head, you're telling your subconscious, okay, I have this. So we're manifestors. So we're manifesting in your role, right? So that's why sometimes when they say something in reality, you just let him say it. Perhaps you just listen, but you don't have to acknowledge
it. You
it.
have to accept it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good, yes.
So high blood pressure, does that influence your day-to-day?
Not at all. I take a pill in the morning and...
Okay. Oh, that's very important. So medication, put here. Medication. And for medication?
Okay, so I take high blood pressure medication 1 time a day. I take high blood pressure. I have high cholesterol, which is, I say high, it's the very bottom of high.
And they gave you a pill for this?
Yes, which I wasn't happy about. It took me a year to actually start taking it.
You know that I was also, it's how they brainwash you, They put the commercials and then you go get checked and you're like a little bit high up there.
Yeah.
And I was actually really high.
Oh, were you?
Where my doctor one time came, like I went to get blood tests and the very next day he called me and said, you gotta get in the office immediately. I'm like, well, I must be that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I go in and he says, well, your high blood pressure is like if you're an old man of 70 years old. This one I was like 32 or something.
Oh my.
I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay. And then he said, you gotta start taking these pills and once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I started investigating. The pills he wanted me to take was like, there was other natural things that I could take. Just like go to the grocery store and get yourself some how you call that, flakes, oat flakes.
Oat?
And drink oat water.
Huh.
Once or twice a day and then bye-bye pills.
Yeah, wow.
Oat water.
Oat water, okay.
Yes.
You don't remember?
Try to get the organic one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and that resolved that. And then I did investigation on the pills, and right now those pills are coming out as it's very damaging for the heart.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And also the other investigation that I fell onto was that actually people with high cholesterol lasted longer in life.
Really?
So it's very,
I need to do some research, yeah. That's interesting.
Look that up.
Yeah.
Do your own research.
I will.
Okay.
And then I take anti-anxiety, antidepressant.
And you already took this one this morning?
I can't remember if I took it or not. I'll have to go look.
Yeah. Okay. Anti-anxiety.
And then I take a half of a water pill. He said that has something to do with my blood pressure. And then, regular vitamins, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Sorry. The anti-anxiety, it's one pill, and then the antidepressant is another pill?
No, that's the same pill.
Okay, it's the same pill. And then you say from the anti-anxiety, the antidepressant, the other one was?
It's it's a water pill, hydrochlorostat, I think is what it's called. It's
hydrochlorostat, yes.
Yeah.
For what you take down?
He gave it to me the same time he gave me my what's it called?
Is it
High cholesterol pill. He gave me that water pill.
Okay.
That may have been because I used to be a bit heavier,
Mm-hmm.
and we were trying to get that regulated. I don't know. I really don't know why I take that
Okay.
water pill, but I only take a half a one a day.
So you did, since when you've been taking that one, the water pill?
The water pill and the cholesterol have been about a year and a half. Probably.
Okay. And you've lost weight since
Well, yeah, I was much heavier than I should have been, and it was affecting my joints because my
Yeah,
knees aren't
me too.
great. And so I started really watching what I ate. I mean, I did it directly, and
Yes.
so I've lost about, well, since this past February, I've lost about 12 pounds, but before that, for the 2 years before that, I'm down about 25 pounds then.
That's really good.
I feel
So
so
your
much
joints
better.
are thanking you right now.
Yeah, they are. Everything's thanking me. I feel so much
You
better.
feel so much lighter, so much
Yeah.
vitality. Probably.
And, self-confident and that kind of stuff.
No, yeah, it comes with it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So, yeah.
It's a big impact on your.
It's amazing what an impact
Yes.
it is, yeah.
And also, as we go in age, it's better to also decrease weight
Mm-hmm.
as we go. That way, more vitality, more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you do yoga or anything like that.
I do a little bit of yoga, especially my stretches for my hip.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's really good.
Yeah.
Because
only
this
thing.
muscle here,
Mm-hmm.
it's linked with all this here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do any poses that stretches like hip flexors or the glutes, well,
Mm-hmm.
and even the lower back, it's all going to impact that.
Good. Yeah.
Even the hamstrings, all this are connected to T-bands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's.
Do you use an application? Is that what you're using?
We have a video at our house that
Mm-hmm.
my husband has to do.
Okay.
My husband tries to do.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I can suggest you. There's an application called Down Dog,
Okay.
and I'm a yoga master teacher, and
Right.
I actually use this
Use that.
application.
Okay.
Yes.
Down dog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yes, it's really good, and you can choose which type of yoga you want. If you want Yin yoga, any type of yoga,
Oh, okay.
and also which area you want to boost or target.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing, and
Okay.
it instantly creates the sequence for you, how many times you want, what's intermediate or
excellent.
beginner.
Excellent.
So I use that because me and my wife, we try to do it every morning,
Yeah.
and it's tough for the kids. We like doing like kids flying over top. But it feels good after.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mhm. Also respiration, like breathing yoga, it's really good.
Okay.
That's one of the best ones.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna look at that.
Yeah, there's a guy called Hoffman. Win
Win
Hoffman.
Hoffman.
Yeah, we call him the Iceman. He like beats so many records, the Guinness record.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he on that app, or is he just?
No,
somebody
he
to
made
look
his
at?
own app.
Oh, okay.
He's the guy who lasted the longest and went the deepest in water with no respirator or anything.
Oh my gosh.
And it's all through breathing techniques.
Wow. Okay.
Win Hoffman.
Yeah. Excellent resources.
Okay. You said that you weren't sleeping very well at night. And how's the energy level when you get up in the morning?
I'm better in the mornings than I am in the afternoons and evenings. By the afternoons and evenings, I'm tired. But, I have my routine in the morning, so, I'm not ready to get up and go run on the beach or anything. It takes me a little while to get to that. But then my energy level is best probably from 8 until 1, maybe.
Okay, till 1 p.m.
Yeah. And then
And then
after that, I
very
start going down. Yeah. I go to bed really early. Doesn't mean I go to sleep early, but I go to bed really early because I'm not.
And you mentioned, so I told you not to take the coffee this morning, which you do every morning. And when you get up in the morning, roughly what time do you usually normally get up?
Between 5 and 6.
5 and 6 a.m. And then you take your coffee right away?
the minute I hit the floor. I mean, I go straight down, at my house, I go straight downstairs and make it, yeah.
Make a coffee.
Yeah.
So, let's say you get 6. Okay. So it could be a bit the coffee that's also doing it, because the coffee will spike you up like this, your insulin, and your blood pressure a little bit so up. And then eventually after 4.5 hours, yeah, you would have to take another coffee then, or tea. Have you tried tea or anything like this? Or you just like that taste of the coffee?
Just like the coffee.
I used to grow my own coffee, so that's very...
Did you really?
Yeah, that's why I don't drink coffee.
Oh, okay.
After you grow your own, it's different.
No, I was a teacher in a school counselor for 27 years.
It's a regular.
And then I didn't drink coffee. And then when I retired 10 years ago, I wanted to just be able to sit on my deck and kind of be with nature and maybe read the paper if I felt like it, or if not, just sit and drink.
Yeah.
You know, instead of living, because my entire adult life has been very structured because of the bells. You know, you have 45 minutes to do this and this and this, and then when I retired, I was just like, oh.
Yeah. It's because once it passes that formula, I tell you 21 days, it subconsciously has already programmed your mind.
Right.
And it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
A habit that subconsciously you're doing it.
That's it, yeah.
So imagine listening for that 20 years. You're a teacher. So,
yeah.
Yes.
27 years.
27 years.
Yeah.
So we could try to go in and look at those, if those bells had any effect on you, or and see that. Put here. I'm intrigued to see what they're going to say about that.
I was kind of lost the first year I retired because I had been so scheduled and so structured and so task oriented. And then all of a sudden, I was so free that I was kind of like, I should be doing something.
Much,
I should be doing something.
It's it's like a bit of anxiety or something. Yeah.
I've adjusted quite well.
Yeah.
Now I'm good.
That's good. Well, we're in a beautiful place.
Isn't that the truth?
As for the medications, anything else besides that? So you have the blood pressure one, the high cholesterol, and the antidepressant, and anti-anxiety, and the water. That's it?
No, that's it. I mean, I take a gummy vitamin just over the counter, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Vitamin, minerals.
Yeah, no, that's all.
Okay. So the energy levels are dropping around 1 p.m. It's here. Energy. Try to find out what's going on there. School of bells. Effect. Anything else with the physical, the energetical?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
That's very much it.
I have bad knees, but I've had them forever, and I had this one, my left one, replaced about 6 or 7 years ago, and it's changed my life because this one, they were both really bad, and when I had this one replaced, this one wasn't carrying so much of the burden.
Yes.
And so, it's been, I couldn't do hardly, I couldn't walk downstairs without pain, and now.
Yes. So, how long ago did you have that?
I think 7 years ago.
Okay, so quite some time.
6 or 7 years ago.
And now they're feeling much better?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Much better.
So I'll just double check them just to make sure.
Sure. I don't run anymore. I used to run a lot, jog, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to put that added. I do walk.
Pressure.
Yeah, I walk, but I don't do that kind of
Yes.
jogging anymore.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
Mine also, once in a while, this one was like crazy.
Yeah.
But the knees also means at maybe that point in your life, you weren't heading in the right direction, because our knees take us there. Our feet, anything with the feet and the legs, it's where you're going. It's where it's the direction you're going into. Sometimes it can be that's not the appropriate one, but it's not your life path. So it's an indication sometimes.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I'll put knees and I'll put in general, and I call it the lube the little checkup, little replacement for all the joints in the body.
Yeah.
And the subconscious can like pump to make sure it's all the ligaments become more fluffy.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Can't think of a thing.
Your vision, what's happening?
I wear contacts. Today I didn't put them in because I knew if I was going to have my eyes closed, you know, I didn't usually leave them in while I'm sleeping or anything like that. So, I don't know.
How long ago since you're wearing contacts?
My 50th birthday, so 15 years. But I had glasses about 5 years before that.
Okay, and it's for what? It's for distance?
It's both.
Okay, so distance and shortness?
Reading and, seeing around.
And you see what is it, a little bit blurry or?
Like if it's up close, it's impossible to read. Like it's just a big blur. And I can see off, but I can't see details.
Okay.
You know, that kind of thing, so, yeah.
And you said it started about when you were 50?
50, yeah. 45 for my glasses and then 50
Yeah.
for my contacts.
Okay, so 45. So do you remember anything that might have happened in that situation? Or?
At 45, I was single, raising 3 kids on my own. Had just gotten out of a horribly violent relationship. Teaching, working, teaching middle school during the day and waiting tables at night, you know, to be able to afford my kids. I mean, it wasn't a good time. It wasn't a good time in my life.
Yeah. But it was something that you learned from, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And your vision started failing there around that time?
Yeah, around that time.
Mm-hmm. Usually with vision is like, it means maybe you were so free or something that you felt that what you were seeing was not real? Or you didn't want to believe what was happening?
That might be it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all, I never pictured my life was going to be that way. You know, single, working every job I could to raise my kids and teach. Yeah. Yep, they were.
So look at the eyes.
Glad they're over.
Mm-hmm. How would you feel if we were just look at the eyes and then you wouldn't need to wear any glasses or anything?
It would be an incredible blessing. I hate them. I mean, I love them because I read a lot. I read a lot, and so they enable.
I mean, you
me
hate
to
the
read.
glasses, right?
I hate glasses. Yeah, and the contacts.
The contacts. Yeah, they can be very good.
Yeah, they're.
So we'll look at that. Eyes. See that. And then anything else with the physical body? How's the stomach area?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you go into the washroom regularly?
Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. It's almost like I have days, several days, where I don't go to the bathroom, don't have a bowel movement, and then I have one every morning. You know, it's just kind of odd. It has been that way my entire life. My parents used to worry about me when I was little because I didn't.
Yeah.
I just have a different.
And have you noticed if it's something that you're eating, or it could be the medication as well?
Yeah, I don't know about the medication.
But you've been taking it for, all this medication, you've been taking it for roughly a year and a half?
Yeah, some of it for more than 20 years. But I've had this
Which
bowel,
one?
the
High blood pressure?
anxiety, depression is the one I've been taking for so long.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've actually been taking that probably 25 years. Yeah, I don't know what causes my constipation. I do not know. I probably don't eat enough vegetables. I do drink a lot of water, so that helps some.
Yeah, liquid's very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna look at that.
Okay.
Constipation. Sometimes it's related to past life traumas that the stomach, the muscles have the consciousness and still fading a bit.
Okay.
It happens a lot.
Okay.
So we'll look at that and see what's going on there. Anything else?
Good. Can't think of a thing physically.
Okay, now we can go in the cast of character. We're going to go into all the other questions.
Okay.
Okay. And here, the first thing I like to do is, we connect to related ones that are already on the other side for messages.
Okay.
If they have a message for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Related? They have to be related?
No, a friend. It could be a friend, a family member.
Okay.
Who's somebody dear to you.
Okay.
That's already on the other side.
Okay. So, I had a very, very close friend. I was a middle school counselor, and she was an English teacher, and we were very, very good friends. Our husbands and us went, to dinner and did things, went to each other's houses.
Yeah.
And she committed suicide.
Okay.
And it was just...
What's her first name?
Joanna.
Joanna with a Y?
Joanna.
It's double N, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. We're going to ask her if she's okay.
Yes. That's right.
Okay. And if she has messages. Is there something in particular that you wanted to ask her?
Well, the question with every suicide is why. But I guess what I don't understand is why she didn't realize that that her problems were temporary, but she took a permanent solution that hurt so many people. And she was not a person who would hurt someone. It was so hard on all of our students and her, of course, her family, but all of us that knew her and loved her.
Yeah.
And I understand suicide. I understand the despondency that you see that the only way out, but
sometimes it's because your time here is done and you're needed somewhere else.
Really?
Sometimes. But the thing about suicide is that when you take your own life, you don't go up there. You don't go down there because it doesn't exist. But you kind of stay in the middle. And there, how people say it's like people kind of mutate and they stay there. They're stuck there until somebody like this does something and you can send them to the light.
Oh, good. I would love to do that, yeah. So that's Joanna. There was a man named, we called him Pitch, P-I-T-C-H.
It's another friend as well?
Yes, his last name was Pitchland, so we all called him Pitch.
Pitch.
He died sitting in his chair watching TV. But there was a lot of controversy around his death because he didn't really have any family members. His mom and dad had passed away, and he had a sister that he hadn't seen in forever. And they didn't get along at all. And he had told me that he had written a will. Well, nobody called me when he died. So I didn't even know until 2 or 3 days later. His sister had been called and had come down and taken all of his stuff and sold everything. And so if he had a will, yeah. And so I guess I just want him, and I went to court to try to get her to not do all that. And the judge said we had 5 years to find a will, and I didn't find a will in 5 years because she had cleaned his house and sold everything. So I guess I want him to know that I tried.
He knows.
He does?
Yes.
Oh, I hope so.
Yes, he does. They know.
He was,
But do you want to know about the well? Do you want to know something else?
just that he's okay and that he's happy. He was not a really happy human being. Just one of those that, just that he's happy is all.
Okay, let's get you okay. And if you have some issues. Good.
And then the next 3 are relatives, and I don't know, my dad. I don't know. We loved each other. I know he loved me. He knows I loved him. He was 83. We weren't ready for him to go, but he had a surgery that didn't go well. And
What was the surgery for?
it was for gallbladder, but he was an alcoholic, and sepsis was a problem with the gallbladder, and he just couldn't, his liver, the medicine they were giving him to help that, you know.
The reaction.
Yeah. So, you know, it was 10 years ago, next week. I would love for him to be here to give me advice about things, you know, that kind of thing. He was really smart, and, you know, sometimes still I find myself thinking, I need to call Dad and ask him what that noise is in my car. You know, things like that, and I'm like, you know, I can't do that. But I always feel like he's, like I talk to him, you know, sometimes.
Yes.
I always feel like he's here, and so I don't know that I really want, that I need anything from him, unless I'm doing something that I'm not doing something he wants me to do, or I'm doing something he doesn't want me, you know,
Yeah.
a message like that. And then the other two are my aunts, who I was very, very close to. Aunt Polly, P-O-L-L-Y. P-O-L-L-Y. And she was a hoot. She was funny, smart. I guess just to know that she's okay, I believe.
She's okay.
Yeah. Why didn't she write a better will? That would be a question for her.
Okay.
And then the last one is my Aunt Gwen.
And she's an aunt as well?
G-W-E-N, Aunt Gwen. She's on the other side of the family. Polly and my dad are brother and sister, and Aunt Gwen's my mom's only sibling, and she has a daughter who's my cousin, and my cousin and I are very close, like very close. And my cousin told me one time that her mom said to her, sometime before I die, I need to tell you something. And that never happened, and it really bothers my cousin that she didn't know.
She told you that?
My cousin told me.
Your cousin told you.
But her mom told her that, and it was
something she was meant to
tell her daughter. And I don't know if she'll tell me,
Okay.
and I can tell my cousin or what, but you know, it's just
So how would you ask her that?
What were you going to tell Jamie? She needs to know.
Jamie.
Jamie. That's my cousin.
Okay. We're gonna ask her that.
Okay.
How would you feel if she responds when she responds to that?
Wonderful.
Okay. It'd be like closure.
Yeah, and just because I loved her so much, and she was so funny, I can still sometimes hear her laugh. And just to know that she's kind of here with me, you know, that she's still able to, I love that. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. And then after here, do you have a question as life purpose? Or?
So, life's purpose. No, I think I found one.
Yeah, bro.
No, I do have some questions, and I don't even know if this is possible because you know your whole thing, but I have 3 children. My youngest son is very angry, I would say very depressed. I don't even know how to describe him. I enable him to not get on with life because I'm so worried that he's going to commit suicide.
That's your youngest?
My youngest.
And what's his first name?
Kelly, K-E-L-L-Y.
Yes. Okay. So you're worried that he's going to commit suicide? Why do you say that?
Well, he's threatened it several times, He gets so depressed and so angry. He's so smart and so capable, he just doesn't.
Is there some situations that triggers this?
He's divorced, and anytime they get into anything, that's usually it. That's usually what triggers it. His dad left when he was about 18 months old. He was the violin. And until Kelly was about 9, he would see him occasionally, and then after Kelly was 9, he got remarried, and they haven't seen each other in...
Since that time?
Yeah, probably 15 years. Haven't talked to each other, haven't anything, and that's so hard on him.
Of course, yes.
So I think that kind of is the umbrella he lives under, and then anything that comes under that just adds to it. So I guess if there's any way I'm not going to let him be homeless. I mean, I know that's horrible, but I'm not going to let and when he has the kids, I'm not going to let him go hungry. I mean, so I know that I enable him because I don't enable my other 2 kids. I'm not an enabler, but with him I am, which is a whole new world for me because I've just never...
So you help him with that?
A lot, financially and emotionally, although both of those take a lot out of me.
Okay.
I mean, I never give him more money than I can afford to give him, but, I could be putting that money in savings to take care of me for,
later on.
Later in life or whatever, a trip. I mean, who knows, but, So that is my biggest worry in life right now. That is it consumes me.
Okay.
He consumes me.
So what would you like to know about this? If you're helping him financially, should you continue to help him?
I know I shouldn't. I mean, I know all the answers. It's how can I get it across to him that he can do this on his own, he doesn't need me.
Okay.
It's that kind of a thing. I was a school counselor. I know all the...
So what we can do is, we can connect to the subconscious, to his consciousness, and see what's going on there.
Okay.
If there's any blockages or any impacts he had as a child.
Since he and I were both abused by the same man, I kind of feel that we have been through more than my other kids have.
Yes.
And so, and because of all this, my daughter, who is the oldest, she thinks that Kelly needs professional help. He needs to be in not a rehab place. He's not addicted to anything, but a serious mental hospital. And so their relationship has completely evaporated. And we used to be a really close family. And so now, like Christmas,
this is your daughter.
Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, July 4th, any of the times that we get together as a big family, it's very tense because they don't speak. And, it's just not what I ever saw my family doing.
Okay. So we'll put here.
Kelsey is my daughter, and she is black and white. There's no gray area with Kelsey. She is perfect, or likes everybody to think she's perfect, and that's what she lives to uphold. It's way too much work for me. I mean, I just can't believe but
This is by the book.
yes, very much.
And so we're gonna try to connect to that, to their consciousness, and see if we can probably remedy that energy that's there.
Okay.
And probably send a bit more love, protection for both of them.
Right, thank you. Okay, and then I was told one time I went to a medium or seer, I don't even know what to call them, and she told me that my oldest son, so Kelsey is my daughter, Kelly is my youngest son, and Kellen is my oldest son. I know these names are hard, but Kellen and I are, from the minute he was born, I felt a connection with him. Don't think I don't love all of my kids. I do, but there's something.
Different.
There's something about Kellen and I that And he feels it too. I mean, we don't talk every day. He lives about 45 minutes from me. You know, he has a great job, great wife, but there's some kind of connection. And that lady that I went to see told me that we were either brother and sister or somehow related in a previous life. Yes. And I would really like to know if that...
If she was in your past life.
Yeah, if Helen was in my past life. And she told me that one of us died of the plague.
She told you?
Uh-huh. So I don't know.
Do you really want to know how they died, or you want to know?
Oh no, I don't care about that. No, that was past.
Okay.
No, I don't care about that. I just...
It's the past, if he was in your past life.
Right.
And who he was.
Right. And if I get to do a past life regression, I'd really like you to, if there's any way to steer me to anything that could tell me, like a calendar or a newspaper that had a date on it, or, because I would love to be able to research.
Yes, sometimes we can,
Okay.
but I don't steer you to which past day you need.
Oh.
It's your subconscious that chooses the one you need.
Okay.
The one you need to see. Yes.
Okay.
So, I'm just the guy that kind of like asks the questions, directs you a bit.
Okay.
But to send you to a specific past life?
Oh yeah, no.
No.
But if my subconscious sends me to a past life,
Yeah, we'll
and
try
there's
to dig
any
for
way
stuff.
to,
Oh yeah, I'll always dig
Okay.
for stuff.
Yeah, good.
Any hints and any stuff.
Great.
Okay. Here. And so Kellen, he gets along with the other two siblings?
Yeah, he's the peacemaker.
He's the one that sits, he's like me, sits in the middle and tries to bring
Yeah. Yeah, bless his heart.
She's a
Yeah.
old soul.
He is an old soul. He gets along with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. You know, he's just that kind of guy. Yeah.
How would you feel if this situation in your family is remedied and, let's say this year, Christmas, you're all together and you're having a wonderful time?
I would die a happy woman. I mean, I can't tell you how much joy that would bring me just to have that back. And the really sad thing for me is Kelsey was 9 when Kelly was born. And so she was a lot his mother. She thought of him as a little doll when he was little, and she was in those babysitting years. And then, they were so close because she kind of treated him, she was kind of her. Mm-hmm. And then as they got older, they confided in each other, and then now that's just...
Yeah, there's some sort of energy that happened.
Yeah.
We're gonna look at what's happened there. Okay. Other questions that you may have there?
That's all I have. I wrote those down.
Mm-hmm.
Were Kellen and I together in a past life, and then Kelsey, Kelly, and Sleep.
Sleep, yes.
Yeah, which we've already talked about, yeah.
Yeah, look over here. So I have a few suggestions. We do have a lot of material here to go for the session, but
Okay.
I always have like standard questions.
Good.
So, like you said, you probably know your like purpose and skill, but if you like, we can really look into it. Okay.
Should I tell you what I think it is?
I'm pretty sure you know, probably.
I think it's helping others. I do a lot of volunteer work.
Yes.
I had a nonprofit in Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where I get my joy.
Yes, helping others.
But I may be completely wrong and should be doing something else. So let's find out.
Maybe you go on from here to that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But and what do you think your skill? Because everybody has a certain skill. How do you help people? Like.
Okay, so my skill. I sew.
Okay. So.
I make quilts and things like that. I started a nonprofit in Haiti where I taught orphans who had aged out of the orphanage. They get sent out at 18, and I taught them how to work on a sewing assembly line so that they could get jobs in the big factories.
Yes.
And their training was to make school uniforms, because in Haiti you have to wear a school uniform to go to school. And so we made 4,000 school uniforms a year and donated them to the orphan villages.
Yes.
So that the orphan kids in the orphan villages could go to school. So that all tied in with my sewing.
Okay.
Now I am a veterans advocate. I help our veterans in the United States who deserve to be getting benefits, and I research that.
I hear you, I'm a vet too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you told me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do that.
And it was not easy to get out and also to get help when I needed it.
Really?
And I noticed how they were treating me about the vets.
Yeah. Well, we're
It was
putting a
not
stop to
funny.
that. So yeah. So I do that. As far as skill, I don't know. I love people. I love talking to people and hearing their story. I feel like everybody has a story.
Yes,
And
everybody has different
I
stories.
love hearing that.
Do you feel like you learn from the stories? Or
So many of them I learned from, and so many of them
impact your brother?
they ripped my heart out because I had the perfect childhood. Have you ever heard of the show Ozzie and Harriet?
I was in here, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was like the perfect family in the 50s, and she wore pearls when she did dinner with her little apron, and the dad went to work, and the boys were ornery, but, good. I grew up in a family just like that. I had everything I ever needed or wanted, sometimes before I even knew I wanted it. I was just all the support and love. And then when I hear people's stories and they didn't grow up, I was an adult, an older adult before I ever, not older like I am now, but I was probably in my late 20s before I ever realized that everybody didn't grow up like I did. I thought everybody, that's what family was,
Yeah.
that's what home was, yeah.
Well, that's the idea, but then life
Right.
happens.
Right, and so those stories are, tough, but I learned that listening to those stories has made me grow so much in being empathetic and I don't mean being super nice to that person, but if it's a person who was never given a compliment, I make sure to compliment their person, not their looks or their dress or their whatever, but something that they have.
Like something that they, not a feature, but I would say
Like an accomplishment, like something they did well, or beautiful eyes, or something that they can own instead of, because I feel like if you compliment what a cute dress, that doesn't compliment the person at all. It's just
it's material.
Yeah, it's just So you look great in that dress is for me a much better compliment
than the person,
Yeah, right.
That's as you say, it's the dress, then it's just the clothes, and as soon as he takes it off, then
right.
So,
Yeah.
So life purpose. Let's go. Okay. And there's another one that I'd like to do. It's very impacting. It's we go and we search for all past life and present life contracts or attachments that are no longer serving the higher self.
Oh.
That are keeping you from going forward or from doing something better.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And right after that, the best thing to do is to place a protection. And it's not me who chooses a protection, it's your subconscious that chooses. Everybody chooses their own protection.
Oh.
Yes.
So
but
can you give me an example of what a protection
I can give you, but it's your subconscious that will.
That will tell me.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't have to think about it. Okay, I'm gonna quit.
And I don't want to give you hints because everybody's different.
Right.
Yeah. People use all
good.
sorts of
Excellent.
stuff. Just like the contracts. Once we gather all those contracts, then I go and I ask the subconscious to see if we can cut them, and if we have permission to cut them. So sometimes they can cut. Let's say somebody finds 200 contracts, and they cut 50, and then there's another 150 left, and what's going on with those? Oh, we don't have permission to cut them. Like, okay.
Okay.
So sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Okay. Interesting.
And how they cut them is also a very particular way.
Really?
Some people burn them, some people cut them with special scissors, golden scissors, or some people axe them, some people just throw them. All sorts of stuff, right?
Wow, okay.
And then right after the protection, This protection, I like to extend it also to, after you protect yourself, extend it to your family.
Oh, excellent. I like that.
Okay. And then we look for any crystals or rocks that you may need. And what for, and where you have to wear it, what does it look like.
Okay, good.
Okay. I usually do also the guardian angels. See, but I'm pretty sure I know who your guardian angel might be.
Right, I'm gonna get to find out.
You said it before.
Oh,
It might be your father over
really?
here.
I believe that.
But we can look into that as
Okay.
well. Or guides. Okay. So that's primitive protection, crystal guardian angels. Any other questions that you may have on the top of your head?
I can't think of a one. Jeannie's got one that she's gonna ask you about us, if she and I.
That's not.
Yeah, because we're so close, and it was
Mhm.
like instant. When we met each other, it was like, we've been this way for 25 years, and so she wants to know if we were, or are in some way related, or past life, or something like that, so she can
Okay.
tell me that, so
Okay.
I'm not too worried about that.
She has a bit more questions than you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a list. I have a wonderful life. I have a wonderful life. I have a wonderful husband who takes care of me, who I love, who makes me laugh. My youngest son is really the only blip on the thing, and so I really, I just don't have, I'm pretty content, except in that one area. And all this other stuff for me is just so interesting.
Yeah.
I've been kind of digging into it a little bit for the last several years, and then when this opportunity came up, I was just like, okay, thank you, God, for putting Nader here. So, it's
Thank
just
you.
that,
Well, nothing happens by chance, right?
I don't
It could have been
believe it.
anywhere else
Right.
in the world.
Right,
We're here right now.
that's right. I completely believe that. So, yeah.
When you look at your younger son, I would say sometimes also life puts us certain things. So, we're more present, we feel more alive, we have something different than the others. So we're kind of more grounded, more attached a bit, right?
Okay.
Do you have a feeling that this could be something like this, or it's something that you're ready to let go?
I'm so ready to let go.
Okay.
He's 28. He's such a wonderful guy. Just the heart of gold. He'd do anything. He'd give you the shirt off his back, literally. Even if he didn't have one, he'd go find one to give it to you. He's so kind, and
It's just that, what do you think is happening there?
I think
You
it
think
all
it's related to
relates.
childhood?
I think it all relates back to his dad. Yeah, I really do. And I think his anger at his dad, and that whole situation is, but he refuses to see him or confront him or question him. I don't want a confrontation, but do you know what I mean? He just refuses. And you can say,
But sometimes that's the best thing to do.
yeah, and he can say,
closure.
he's out of my life. I don't want to have anything to do with him. I don't want to think about him. He changed his name from his dad's to my maiden name because he really wants nothing to do with him. And I get that, but you can't. Your emotions don't let you just say, okay, done. I tried that. It doesn't
The thing
work.
what happens is also, he's doing that. He's trying, and he's doing good. But also in the DNA, it's that connection, right? Because it's his son. So there's also that connection in the DNA that will always be there.
Yeah, I just
So
wish
he needs to do it emotionally.
Right, and that's what I wish would happen.
That emotion closure.
I think it
And
would
once
be.
that happens,
I think it
Can
would
you-
be so much more healthy.
Do you
for
believe
him.
that's possible?
I don't know that closure. I mean,
Let's say not closure, but to remedy or to ease the situation for more blessings.
I don't know, because I don't know what if he and his dad ever met. You know, if they set up a meeting or something. His dad has a horrible temper, and Kelly, I'm afraid Kelly would lose his temper, and his dad would lose his temper, and it would be. So I don't know. You know, I wish more than anything that would be possible, or that they could have a relationship. That's what I really wish.
That's what you really wish.
Is that they could have an adult relationship, because now they're adults. Yeah, his dad doesn't know that he has grandkids, because Kelly has a little girl and a little boy, and you know, I mean, that would be my dream, that they've got to be best friends by any means, but to be decent enough to each other to, you know, even if it's a minimal relationship, a distance relationship, I don't care, but I feel like it's killing Kelly, the anger and the hatred that he feels inside.
Yes.
And I think
that's what's
it shadows every area of his life.
Yes, because anger, there's 4 or 5 things that really impact our well-being. It's judgment, anger, self-doubt, also holding on to the past. There's others, anger, remorse, doubt, anger, and that's pretty much it. Remorse, doubt, anger, and there's a few others that also impact.
Well,
but those are the big ones.
Those 4 that you just mentioned, Kelly has issues with.
Because
all of them.
vengeance also comes from the anger.
Right.
Yeah, and also when somebody passes away, that I've noticed, when you connect to their subconscious, their consciousness, they have died with either a grudge or vengeance. They're kind of in the middle as well.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't go.
They don't go on.
They get held back by that anger.
Because
they get really weighed down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I see, like the Egyptians, they say, you know, that Ra, he's the god of the underworld who weighs the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And when the heart gets weighed, and the anger, it's very heavy, so it doesn't pass to go on to the next.
Yep. I believe that. That's, yeah, and I mean, you nailed it. That's exactly. And so therefore I worry
You worry.
all the time. Yeah. That's a lot of at night and in the mornings
So-
when I wake up and my mind is reeling. It's, yeah. I mean, I
And
love him,
let's say,
like,
instead of feeling that worry, what would be something better that we could, you know, could feel like, oh, today will be the day. Maybe that situation will remedy itself. There'll be more love and more blessings.
I can do that.
Because also we're manifestors, right?
Yeah.
You're connected to them.
Yeah, and sometimes I do a mantra, sometimes I pray, you know, specifically, please help Kelly to understand his anger, or, I mean, you know, things like that. I don't know, but, yeah, that's the,
It might be related also between both of them, not just Kelly. So we have to send also a good vibration to both of them for that situation to remedy. But we're going to look into it,
okay,
the hypnosis part, and we'll probably have more information.
okay.
You drank this morning, huh? Drank something?
I drank some water, I'm gonna need some more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So any more questions that come out of your head? Top
Can't
your
think of
head?
any. I'm just interested, excited, I guess. I'm excited to see how this,
Gonna play out.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just new information.
Let's say we're able to heal this
Piriformis?
piriformis muscle, whatever's happening there. how would you feel? What were you doing with your time after?
Well, I'd probably keep doing yoga because I like that. Those yoga stretches I like.
And that kind of like, it hurts when you do that, or?
Well, it hurts, but it feels good. Does that make any sense?
Yes, because
you can feel it stretching, and then after it feels so much better. So I'd probably keep doing that, but I was in so much pain about 6 or 8 months ago that I was having to walk with a walker. And
it was not fun.
oh gosh, it was scary. It's just scary. Because I'm pretty active. I move a lot. And
how do you feel like living in Ohio and
Oklahoma,
sorry.
That's right.
Oklahoma and here, when you come here, do you feel any difference in your body?
A lot less stress. Much more relaxed.
Does your body, does that also, do you still feel that there?
Not as much here. Now, in the mornings when I first get up, I can tell that I have a little bit, but it's not near like it used to be. So.
And what is the feeling? Does it feel like it's tense or like it's pinching? Or?
It's like somebody has a hot ice pick and they're stabbing it and ripping it.
And going down.
Right. From right about there to right about there. Right. Yeah, it's worse right in here. Yeah. Yeah, it's debilitating. I mean, since I got that shot, it's not near as bad, but it was, I mean, I would get up and immediately go to the floor because it hurt so bad. It was...
So we're going to find out who stabbed the ice pick in there.
Yeah, really. Who even uses an ice pick anymore?
Okay. In the right shoulder, would it be more agile to play sports or something else?
Well, picking up my grandbabies, a lot of my sewing uses,
Both arms.
Yeah, and I took a big quilt, so I, do a lot of movements, moving those around.
And you're right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay.
So it would just make, a little less pain in my leg, a little more able to do a few things. I'm not much of a sports person anymore, but.
And this high blood pressure, what do you think it's related to? Like, when did it start?
I always thought high blood pressure was related to stress, and when I was diagnosed with it, I was a middle school counselor, which was a very, stressful job.
That's like counseling kids in school?
Yeah, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, so 12, 13, 14.
That's like the toughest.
Yeah, that age. I love that age though. And I just went in for a regular checkup and they checked my blood pressure and they were like, lay down. It was way high and they were afraid I was going to have a stroke. So, similar to what you said. So, he put me on this medication and it's been fine ever since. So, it doesn't really even, I never think about it because I...
But you still take the medication?
Yeah.
And when you go check, you get checked regularly?
Yeah.
Is it
It's
still
all fine.
high? That's all fine?
No, it's all fine because the medications,
Yeah.
And evidently you can't just go off of high blood pressure medicine, you have to wean off of it. And I've never done that. My doctor has never said anything to me about it.
How would you feel if your subconscious tells you that you don't need to go somewhere?
I mean, if I could quit taking medication, I would love it. It's just, we're all trained to go to a doctor. He gives you this and says you need it. And I love my doctor. I trust him. But like I said, doctors have certain ways that they treat patients. And I'm sure they do what they think is best.
Yeah, what they're trained to do.
Right, exactly. But I would sure love to not have to take all that medicine.
Yeah.
It's just...
Because, I've seen a lot more. I've seen the list like this.
Yeah.
And what happens sometimes mostly is that your subconscious will look at the situation. Most of the time it's related to either past life trauma or this life, an emotion that either triggered it. And once you know where that came from and you think it and you let it go, then they will go on to say that you don't need that.
Okay.
Sometimes they'll just say, okay, you just need to decrease it slowly.
Right.
And depending on how long, it's not me who said it, it's
Right.
your subconscious that will
Right.
say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So we'll look at that.
Okay.
Okay. For the constipation, you're not taking anything, right?
No.
And any other questions that you might have at the top of your head?
Can't think of any.
Okay, so we'll have a quick little bathroom break, and then
Okay.
we'll come and, I guess we're doing the session over there?
In this bedroom, I think.
Okay.
That's why I put my long pants on this morning, because it's so cold in there that I get cold, so, but yeah.
I guess you don't want to do it here, no?
No, because Jeannie will come down and the cleaning lady will come.
Oh, okay.
And so that would be, I'll show you that though, if you want to.
Okay,
To see.
I'll set up the
Yeah,
camera.
that'd be great.
Great. Thank you. What do you see? Down there, below you. What's the very first thing that you see? Look around you. See what you see around you.
I see clouds and blue sky.
Clouds and blue sky. Beautiful. If you look down at your feet, what are you wearing?
It's like white.
White. What is it that you're wearing that's white?
It looks like
Mm-hmm.
a white shirt and white pants and white shoes.
So you're all dressed in white.
Looks like
Are you wearing anything on your head?
on my head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
No. Are you carrying anything with you in your hands or on your back?
No.
No. Very good. How does a body feel? Does it feel male or female?
By the looks of the shoes, it could be either.
Mm-hmm. How does it feel there in that past life?
It doesn't feel like me,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm looking like it's me.
Yes. Very good. Does it feel male or female?
I'm getting a male feeling, but
Yeah, that's good. Let's not analyze that. First feeling is the one. So you're female in that past life. Are you young or old?
I think I'm pretty young.
Very young. Very good.
Not like a child.
Mm-hmm. Not like a child, but young. How does the body feel? Does it feel healthy?
It feels like it's kind of going somewhere. Like needing to get something done,
That's moving.
but it's just standing.
Mm-hmm. What is this thing that's on?
I didn't hear you.
Where are you on? If you look around you, what does it look like?
A tile floor below my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a hospital or a
Mm-hmm.
clinic. I can't really see anything, but that's the feeling.
That's a feeling. Very good. We just want that feeling, that sensation that you had.
Hospital.
Hospital. And when I ask you the question, how does the body feel? Does it feel healthy?
Yes.
The body feels healthy, but you're at the hospital right now.
Yes.
Yes. What's happening there?
There are some maybe nurses behind a desk over on my left.
There are nurses behind the desk. On your left.
There's some big doors in front of me, like double doors that
Double
are
doors.
closed.
Mm-hmm. Is there any writings on those doors? As you tell me, it will become clearer and clearer.
Emergency.
Emergency. Okay, so we're at a hospital. Very good. Anything else written on those doors?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I see a button on the wall that says push.
Okay, very good. So let's go to where you're going. So let's push your button.
I papers in my left hand.
Okay, so let's take a look at those papers.
It's a man's hand.
It's a man's hand, so that's what I thought. What do those papers say? Let's focus on these papers.
Patient number, chart.
Patient number chart. What's the date on there?
It looks like everything that's handwritten is just a squiggly line. Let's see.
Must have been a doctor that wrote that. As you look at it, it will become clearer and clearer, and we can talk about it. What does it say the patient name is on there?
Theodore.
What does it say?
Theodore.
Theodore.
January 3rd, 1947.
January 3rd, 1947. Very good. Does it have any reference about this here?
These are test results.
Test results.
Like blood tests and new lab reports.
Blood tests and lab reports.
He's 63 years old.
He's 63 years old.
His wife's name is Frida.
Wife named Frida.
Frida.
What's the last name of the wife?
It looks like Smith, only with a Y and an E.
Smith, okay.
Maybe Smythe?
Smythe.
I don't know that name.
Something like this, yes.
Smythe.
And is it that you're going to see this patient?
I feel like I have to go tell him what these reports say. I have to go through those two doors.
Okay.
And I have to tell him what these test results are.
Very good. So let's go ahead, forward in time, when you're telling this patient what the test results are.
They look very worried.
They look very good.
They're very scared of the results I'm going to give them. I'm trying to make them not worry.
Trying to make them not worry.
But I realize if I would just tell them the tests are all good, it would relieve their worry. But they're so upset that I need them to
Calm down
before I try to explain these
the results.
difficult medical terms.
Okay. Very good. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's see their reaction.
Tears.
So the test came back negative.
She's hugging him and he's hugging her and patting her. His hand is big. Yes, on a gold wedding band.
A gold one?
Now, leaving the room,
So now you're leaving the room. Where are you heading now?
Back to those big doors.
Back to the big doors. Very good. How do you feel when you gave him that news?
Like I could cry, but I couldn't.
Because, why couldn't you?
Their tears made me happy.
Their tears made you happy.
So that I felt like I could cry, but I need to remain professional.
Remain professional.
I patted her on the shoulder and shook his hand, but I didn't cry.
But now that you're somewhere else, you can cry, right? You can let it out. Is that right?
But now I don't feel like I need to cry. I just have a happy feeling, like
Happy feeling. That's
feel like
beautiful.
a big breath and
Very good. Very good. Now, is there anything else in that scene that catches your attention, that intrigues you?
that button on the wall that says push
The button on the wall, yes?
doesn't seem like it should be in that scene. It's almost like a movie where they forgot to take a car out that was the wrong car for the times or something.
Very good. That's what intrigues you about the button?
I can't figure out what that is there, what that silver thing that says push.
Do you want to go and push it, see what happens?
The door's open.
Okay, so it is to open the doors.
The last time I pushed through the doors with my forearm, maybe?
Yes.
And this button made the doors open by themselves, and I wasn't even really close to them.
Very good. Very good. Now, let's go ahead and leave that scene, and let's move forward to an important day. A day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We're moving forward to an important day, and that life we're watching. What is happening? What do you see?
There's a Christmas tree
Christmas tree.
and a little boy and a train on a track.
And a train on the track. So it's a Christmas time.
There's a lady.
And lady, what does this lady look like?
She has brown hair, but not too dark.
Brown hair, but not too.
And she's in a long skirt and a high-necked shirt with long sleeves. There's a fire in the fireplace.
Fire in the fireplace.
I'm sitting in a chair watching. The lady's on the floor
The lady's on the floor.
watching close to the little boy.
Yes.
I get this feeling that this is my wife and son.
Very good. So, how does the body feel? Does it feel male or female?
Male.
Man, so we're still listening now. Does it feel old or young?
Maybe mid-20s.
Mid-20s. Very good. Does the body feel healthy?
Yes.
Very good. Now, if you look down at your feet, what are you wearing there in that scene?
Brown
Brown,
tie-up leather shoe.
brown tie-up leather shoes. Very good. And for clothing, what are you wearing?
A watch.
What does this watch look like?
It's gold.
Gold watch?
White face that looks kind of shiny.
Shiny face. Mm-hmm.
A gold wedding ring.
Gold wedding ring.
Trousers of some, not jeans. Like
Trousers.
maybe dress trousers.
What color?
Some dark. Maybe dark gray.
Dark gray. Very good. And the shirt? What are you wearing for?
I can see right here it has buttons.
What color are those buttons?
It's white. The
Yeah.
shirt looks white.
The shirt looks white?
And a brown belt.
A brown belt. Very good. Are you wearing anything on your head?
No.
Not wearing anything. What about, are you carrying anything on your hands or?
I have glasses on.
Okay, so you have glasses on. Very good.
Now I'm just watching this little boy have fun with this train.
Okay. Very good. So the boy's having fun with his train
He likes
under
it.
the Christmas tree. Beautiful scene. How does that make you feel, that scene?
Peaceful.
Peaceful. Excellent.
Content.
Content. Very good. Now, are you carrying anything with you? In your hands or in your pockets?
Maybe keys.
Keys. Mm-hmm.
But they're in a pocket because my hands are clasped.
Your hands are?
They're clasped
Clasped.
in front of me.
Yes. Very good. Is there something in that scene that catches your attention, that intrigues you?
There are some presents that are unopened.
Some presents that are not open. Very good. Those presents are for who? For the boy or for?
Maybe other people who aren't in the room.
Okay. So right now in that scene we only have the boy and the lady, right? And yourself. Very good. And this is where you live in that lifetime?
It feels like I'm at home.
Feels like at home. Very good. Excellent. Is this a big house or a small house?
The room that we're in is pretty big.
The room is pretty big.
The fireplace is big and it's brick.
It's a brick fireplace. Very good. Do you see any food around there?
Maybe a cup of hot chocolate
Okay.
by the lady, but not. Like maybe a cup, like the hearth where the fireplace is, there might be a cup of hot chocolate on it. That's not too far from the lady.
Very good. So it's the lady's hot chocolate.
I
What
get
is
that
this?
feeling.
What is this lady called in that lifetime? What's her name?
Emily.
Emily. Very good. And the child, what is his name?
The word Jonathan, but I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the name Jonathan.
Yeah. Why is that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fine. And what do they call yourself here in this lifetime? That lifetime we're watching.
Daddy.
Daddy. That's what the Jonathan calls you. Now what does your wife call you that lifetime?
Sugar.
Sugar. And what do other people call you in that lifetime?
Stan?
Stain. Very good. Excellent. Now, let's leave that scene and let's move forward to another important day, a day that you consider to be important when something is happening. You're drifting and floating, floating and drifting. Let me know when you're right.
Hospital bed.
You're in a hospital bed. Very good. How does the body feel? Does it feel male or female?
It feels female.
Female now.
And it feels very tired, but very happy.
Very tired and very happy.
It's almost like physically tired, but
yet content.
Excited, happy. More than...
You sure it's a female?
Yes.
It's not the same one before?
Female.
Female. Does the body feel young or old?
Yeah.
Does the body feel healthy?
Worn out.
Sorry?
The body feels worn out.
Worn out, okay. The body is worn out. Very good. And if you look at your feet, what are you wearing there?
Pink fluffy socks.
Pink fluffy socks. Very good. And for clothing?
Hospital gown.
Hospital gown.
Green hospital.
Gray hospital gown?
Green.
Green. And do you have anything in your head? Are you wearing anything?
No.
You have anything in your hands?
My hair is pulled back.
Hair is pulled back. What color is the hair?
Kind of a dark blondish, and it has a long ponytail.
Dark blonde with long ponytail. Very good. And if you look at your arms and your hands, do you have anything on them?
I have an IV in my arm.
Which arm?
This
The right one. What does it say? Let's focus on that. As you tell me, it become clear and more clear.
I'm trying to read the band, the hospital band.
Yeah.
It says baby girl.
Baby girl. Okay. That's why you're so content. Just had a baby.
Sylvia.
Sylvia.
Richardson or Hutchinson or
Richardson or Hutchinson?
room 5.
5.
Breastfeeding.
Breastfeeding. Excellent. Very good. Now, if you look around you, is anyone else with you in that scene?
No, but I'm sitting up in the bed and I'm anxious. I feel like my baby should be with me or be coming to me or...
Yes. Very good. So now let's go a bit forward until that time comes when we receive the baby.
I want her to hand her to me.
They just hand her over to you?
Yeah, she's in a little rolly cart or something.
Very good. What's the name of this baby?
She doesn't have a name yet.
What's the name yet? What's the name they had planned for her?
I've talked about them. She has I have, whoever that is, has a bunch of names in her head, but I want somebody else to help me make that decision.
Very good.
So baby girl.
The baby girl. Beautiful. Now, is there anyone with you there in that room?
The baby.
The baby. Anything else in that scene that catches your attention? It's out of the ordinary.
The curtains are closed and I want them open.
The curtains are closed? Right there on the bed, correct? Very good. Where's the baby at this time?
Right here.
Very good. How's that feel?
So sweet.
So sweet. It's beautiful. Now, we're leaving that scene, and let's move forward to another important day, a day that you consider to be important in this lifetime we're watching. We're drifting and floating, floating and drifting. To another important time. Let me know when you have arrived.
Dirt street with mud puddles,
Dirt street with mud puddles.
and I have on a long dress, and I'm trying to keep it out of the mud.
What colors is the long dress?
It's like stripes of brown and green and orange and
Okay, so a colorful dress. What about on your head? Are you wearing anything?
a bonnet
What color?
tied under my chin.
Tie it on your chin.
It's the brown that's in the skirt,
Very
in
good.
the dress. There's a boy
Boy.
selling something.
What is he selling?
Any newspapers? He has a accent that's
What is he selling?
rough accent, rough English accent.
Rough
maybe.
English accent.
Newspapers.
Oh, he's selling newspapers. Are you buying newspapers or are you just looking?
No, I'm walking by.
Can you stop there for a second to look at the newspaper? What does this newspaper say? What's the date on there?
1916, but I can't see the way it's folded. I can't see the date. He's yelling something.
Let's listen to him. Sometimes we can hear them. What does he say?
Such an odd accent. I guess he's saying newspaper man.
Newspaper man.
Buy a newspaper.
Newspaper. And the date's 1960.
That's what the newspaper said.
Very good. Now, you're still walking. Where were you heading?
I have some kind of a bag over my arm,
A bag on the right arm?
on my left arm.
On the left arm.
And I have on gloves.
What color are these gloves?
white.
White?
Not really white, but maybe tannish.
Tannish. Very good. Now, in the bag that you're wearing in the left arm, let's open it up and see what's in there.
Money.
If you look at this money, what does it say? What kind of money is this?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
What color is it? Is it a bill or a coin?
Bills.
What color are those bills?
There are some coins at the bottom of bills. Green, white.
Green and white.
Some of them have some red on them.
Right. What about the coins? Let's grab one of those and see what it says.
Picture of a lady with a tiara.
A lady on them?
A lady with a tiara.
With a tear.
I feel like I'm going to buy something or pay for something.
Very good. So let's go ahead and go to that place where you're going. Let's go ahead and time it. Where are you heading there?
No, there's fabric.
You're going to buy some fabric?
There's a fabric, but there are other things. There's flour,
Flour,
sugar.
sugar. This is like a market that you're at.
I think so. Scales. I see scales.
Scales. Is there people around you?
Friendly lady, older. Behind the counter.
Behind the counter. Very good. And what are you buying there?
I think I just gave her a list.
A list.
She's coming out from behind the counter. I think she's filling my list.
She's filling the list. Very good. What does this list say?
Calico.
What does it say?
Calico.
Calico.
Pattern.
Pattern.
Soap.
Soap. That's all you can see. Very good. Is there anything in this scene that catches your attention? That's out of the ordinary.
There's a dog on the floor.
A dog. What does this dog look like?
Like a big nut.
A big nut.
Black and white and brown.
Black, white, brown. It's a sweet dog.
Yeah.
Very good. Excellent. What's the name of this dog? What does the lady call it?
Sly.
Sly. Very good. Excellent. Now, let's leave that scene and let's move forward to another important day in this lifetime we're watching. A day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We have now moved forward to an important day. What is happening? What do you see?
A snowball fight.
A snowball fight. With who?
2 kids.
2 kids.
Snowman.
Snowman. Mm-hmm.
A lady. And a man.
A lady and a man.
And another man.
And another man. So 2 men and a lady and 2 kids. Mm-hmm. Very good. And how do you feel your body? Does it feel male or female?
Male.
Male. Very good. Does it feel young or old?
Early 40s.
Early 40s.
Late 30s.
Does your body feel healthy?
Yes, I'm happy.
Yes, and happy. Very good. If you look down at your feet, what are you wearing there, Nancy?
Fur boots.
Fur boots. And what color?
Brownish gray.
Brownish color. And for clothing?
Big coat. Gloves. Hat that doesn't cover my ears.
Mm-hmm. And what color is this coat with the gloves?
Dark green, maybe?
Dark green. And the hat?
Navy blue.
Navy blue. Are you carrying anything with you in your hands? On you?
Gloves on my hands.
Well, what color are these gloves?
Black.
Black.
Snowball.
And that's snowball. So you're playing there with the kids and everybody's playing together?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. And how's that feel there?
Cold.
Cold.
Fun.
Fun. If you look at the expressions of the people there in that scene, what do they look like?
Kids are laughing.
Kids are laughing, so people are happy.
Ladies smiling.
Ladies smiling. And you feel like this is your family in that lifetime.
I think so. Maybe a neighbor.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Now, anything in that scene out of the ordinary that catches your attention?
There's a path from our house to the house next door. Not a sidewalk or a shoveled path. It just looks like a very stomped on path or something.
Very something like that. And where does this path lead to?
The neighbor's porch.
The neighbor's porch. What is the neighbor called in the scene? What do you call the neighbor?
Robert?
Robert. Mm-hmm. And what do they call you in this lifetime? What does the neighbor call you?
Maybe Brian or Bryn.
Yeah. Imagine the neighbor calling you. What is screaming all the time?
Brian.
Brian. Very good. Excellent. Is there anything else in that scene that catches your attention? Very good. Now, let's go ahead and move forward to the last day of your life in this lifetime we're watching. You're drifting and floating, floating and drifting. It's the last day of your life in this lifetime we're watching. Let me know when you have arrived.
I'm in a bed.
In a bed.
And there's a young man and a young woman, adults standing around me.
Yes. How does the body feel? Does it feel male or female?
Male,
So you're the same person.
tired.
Tired, so the body feels tired. So you're old or young?
I'm old.
Old. Very good. Does the body feel healthy?
No.
No. What do you feel there? What's happening there?
Pain in my stomach.
Pain in the stomach. What are they saying that you have there?
I think they've come to watch me die.
And what do we call those two that are there with you? They're your sons or daughters?
They're my kids.
Your kids. What are their names?
Timothy?
Timothy.
Celeste.
Celeste. Very good. And what do they call you in this lifetime?
What do they call you?
Dad.
Dad. Do you have a wife in that lifetime?
No.
No. What happened to her?
I get the feeling that she's died.
Very good. Excellent. Now, you will not have any physical sensations, and you can talk about it. Now, whatever has happened had already happened, and you are on the other side of it. From that position, you can look back at the entire life and see it from a different perspective. Every life has a lesson and a purpose. As you look back at that life, what did you learn from it? What do you think was the purpose of that lifetime?
Family is important.
Family is important.
Friends.
Friends. Very good. Family and friends is important. Anything else from that lifetime as a lesson, as a message?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Very good. Now, let's drift away from that life. We're drifting and floating away from that life, leaving the person, the man there, to continue on his own journey. He will find peace. He will find whatever he's supposed to find. While leaving him there to continue on his own journey, he will find peace. He will find whatever he's supposed to find. We are leaving him there to continue on his own path. Now, I want all of the consciousness and personality of Sally to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. May I speak with Sally's subconscious, please? I have permission to speak to Sally's subconscious.
Yeah.
I respect the power of the subconscious because I know the subconscious takes care of Sally's body and does a very good job of it. I also know that the subconscious has the records of everything that has ever happened to Sally in this lifetime and in all the other lifetimes she has ever lived. So I respect the power of the subconscious, and I always ask for permission to speak to it and ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions? Very good. I know the subconscious could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Sally to see today. You chose to bring forward that lifetime for her to see when she was a man and she died and he died with stomach issues in that lifetime. Why did you pick that lifetime for her to see?
He knew he was loved.
He knew he was loved. Very good. What else was she supposed to learn from that lifetime?
Getting older isn't always bad.
Getting older isn't always bad. What about the other lifetime where she was it seemed like a doctor? Why did you pick that lifetime for her to see?
Helper.
To help her. In which way?
She's a helper.
She's a helper. Okay. So that's her life purpose in the present time.
She does that.
She does that. But is that her purpose? Yes. Very good. And what is her skill? Does she have a special skill? Warmth. Beautiful. Very good. And why did you decide to show her that life when she was that lady with the beautiful dress that was walking by that newspaper boy stand?
Rich and unhappy.
Rich and unhappy. So she was very rich in that lifetime, but yet she was unhappy?
Yes.
So it doesn't mean that you have a lot of money, you're happy. Is that the meaning?
Yes.
Very good. Beautiful. Now, let's go ahead and do a full body scan on Sally, please. Let me know what you find.
Shoulder.
Say that again.
Shoulder.
Which shoulder? The left shoulder. What's happening there?
Right.
The right shoulder. What's happening?
Bubble.
There's a bubble? A bubble of what?
Fluid.
A bubble of?
Fluid.
Fluid. Where's that bubble coming from?
Irritation.
Irritation. Irritation from what? What's the message there?
Picked up something.
What did she pick up? And why? And when?
Bags.
Say that again?
Bags.
Bags, okay. So she picked up some bags? And that aggravated that shoulder? A bubble happened? Now that she knows this, what can we do with that shoulder there?
No more bags.
No more bags on that side. Are we allowed to do anything there? She doesn't need that anymore.
Hush.
Hush? She doesn't need to feel that anymore now that she knows that. What can we do with that? Can we heal that?
I believe so.
I believe so. Very good. Let's go ahead and heal that shoulder there for Sally. How's the healing going? Is it all healed now? Say that again? But how does it feel now? That shoulder there, the right shoulder.
That's good.
Feels good. So if we do a little scan again, do we see that bubble again there? Or is that bubble all gone?
As long as
bubble's gone. Very good. Is that bubble coming back again or no?
Careful.
To be careful. Can we put a protection on that arm there so that doesn't happen again? Say it again?
I don't know.
Very good. Now let's go ahead and do one more full body scan. See if we find something else.
Hip.
The hip.
Right hip.
Right hip. What's happening there?
Muscle.
The muscle. What's going on with that muscle?
Pushing a nerve.
It's pushing on the nerve. Why is it doing that? Where is that coming from?
Inflamed.
Where's it coming from?
Inflammation. Inflamed.
Inflamed. But why is it doing that? What's the purpose of that? What's the message there?
I don't know.
Very good. What can we do about that that inflammation there and that nerve there?
Make it go away.
Let it go away. Is that a big job or a small job?
Big.
It's a big job. How long will that take?
Months.
Months. Roughly how many months?
2.
2 months. Oh, that's not so bad. But we can start that work right now?
Yes.
Very good. Let's go ahead and start that work. Very good. What else did you find when you did the body scan?
Feet.
Both feet?
Big toes.
The toes?
Big toes.
Big toes. What's happening there?
Deteriorating.
They are deteriorating?
Joints.
The joints are deteriorating. Why is that?
Tiny bones.
Tiny bones.
Shoes.
Shoes. So the shoes aggravating them? And what can we do about that now that you know? Nothing. We can't go ahead and heal those, can we? Let's go ahead and heal that. Sally doesn't need that anymore.
She doesn't need that.
She doesn't need that. No. Let's go ahead and heal that. Is that a big job or a small job?
Small.
It's a small one. Roughly how long will that take?
Not very. Not very long.
Not very long. So it'll be done before the session is over?
Maybe days.
Maybe days. Very good. But we're going to start that work right now, right?
Yes.
Very good. Should be much appreciated.
Yes.
What about the high blood pressure that Sally is experiencing? What's going on there? Does she really have high blood pressure?
Diet.
What?
Diet.
Diet? Mm-hmm.
Smoking.
Smoking? So that's what's causing this? Mm-hmm. Does Sally like smoking, or she wants to quit smoking?
She likes it.
She likes it. So we don't need to take it away from her, right?
Expensive.
It's expensive,
Yes.
but she likes it.
Yes.
So, is this something that's good for her or bad for her?
Not good.
Not good. So do we have permission to do something about this? We don't have permission.
She doesn't want
She doesn't want it because she likes it. That's very good, that's fine. She's allowed that. Very good. Now, what about this medication she's taking, the high blood pressure? Does she still need to take this?
Not as much.
Not as much. Can you show her how does she need to take this and when she needs to stop it?
Every other day.
Every other day.
And then half every other day.
Every other day and then half every other day.
And then less.
And then less? Less and less until
Yes.
she doesn't need it anymore?
Yes.
In that period, how long will that take?
Gradually 2 months.
Gradually 2 months.
Gradual.
Okay. What about the high cholesterol? Does she really have high cholesterol?
Doesn't need it.
She doesn't need that. But does she really have high cholesterol? Is this really a truth thing?
No.
No. Doesn't mean anything, right?
No.
Very good. So that one, what can she do about that medication?
Stop.
Stop. Very good. What about the antidepressant and anti-anxiety pill? What's going on there?
Worries.
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 Worries. What kind of worries? Where are these worries coming from?
Not even important.
It's not even important. It's just worries.
Yes. Worries over nothing. No control.
So she has no control on those worries.
Worries over things that don't matter. Constant worry.
Constant worry. What is her biggest worry in her life?
Son, Kelly.
Her son, your youngest son, Kelly. What's happening there with him? What's going on? Struggling through life?
Yes.
Why is that? Is that his life purpose, or what's going on there?
Anger.
Bottle up anger?
Anger at the world.
Anger at the world. Where's this anger coming from?
Childhood.
It's from her childhood. What can we do about this anger? Do we have permission to help Kelly? He knows this. He doesn't need this anymore. can we do about this anger that Kelly has bottled up inside of him?
He has to.
He has to work on it? But we can always just help him, right? What can we do for him?
I don't know how.
He doesn't know how, but we know. We know how to help him.
She doesn't know how to help him.
Yeah. But how can we help him right now? Do we have permission to help him?
Try to help him.
Try to help him. And how can we do this? Can we take all that anger that he has inside and recycle it for someone else that needs to experience that? Someone else that needs to learn that.
Throw it away.
We can throw it away, right?
Throw it away.
We can throw it away. Let's go ahead and do that, please. Is that a big job or a small job?
Big.
It's a big job.
Big.
How long will that take to completely throw away all that anger that is?
Many months.
Many months. Roughly how many?
6 or 8.
6 to 8 months.
Practice. He has to practice.
What kind of practice is this? What does he have to do?
Temper somewhere else.
What does he have to do?
Control his temper. Learn ways to control his temper.
What is the best way for him?
Practice.
Practice to control his temper? What are you doing with Sally right now? You're doing the eyes there? You're healing the eyes?
She just hurts.
So you're taking all that away. Very good. Very good. Let's take all that resentment, all that anger, all those worries, and we're going to recycle it right through the bottom of the hose to go back into Gaia for someone else that needs to experience those emotions. That's Sally. She already learned from it. She doesn't need those emotions anymore, right? Very good. Let me know when that's all gone. Very good. Now, where all those emotions were bottled up, all that space that's left there, what can we put in there? What can we put in that space that all those emotions were taken in Sally's body?
Good.
Good. Like what? Can we put happy memories? Can we put
Pretty.
laughter? Love?
Pretty.
Pretty? Very good. Excellent. How does that feel?
Relaxing.
Good, relaxing. What about Kelly? Were we able to take all those emotions away from him? Were we able to help him a bit? Now, also that space that's left there in Kelly, where all those emotions, all that hatred, all that resentment was bottled up, what can we put in there now?
His laugh.
His laughter. Beautiful. Joyful memories. Laughter.
His face.
His face.
His hugs.
His what?
Hugs.
His hugs. Very good. Excellent. Let me know when that's done.
There.
Now, can we go ahead and set up protection on Sally and Kelly and his family?
Protect them.
What kind of protection can we set? What does it look like, this protection?
More compassion.
More compassion,
More presence.
more presence.
Not gifts, presence.
Presence, yes. Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good.
Non-judgmental.
Non-judgmental. Beautiful. Can we do a one full body scan on Kelly just to see if he has anything there, any issues that we need to take care of?
His heart is broken.
His heart is broken. That's why he feels like that. What's happening there? Is that from the anger at his dad when he was a child?
My dad died.
It's when your dad died? Mm-hmm. What happened there?
They were very close.
They were very close. So his heart got broken at that time. Mm-hmm. Can we go ahead and connect to your dad's subconscious, to his consciousness? What's his name?
Joe Bill, JB.
JB. Very good. Let me know when you're connected to his consciousness. How is he?
I see his face, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
It's just his face.
So he's present. Very good. Does he have a message for you? What's the message? What does he say?
Thanks for taking care of Mom and Brad.
Thanks for taking care of Mama
My mom and my brother.
and Mama and your brother. Very good. Is he on the light? Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Tell him you can remain with us during our session.
You can say
Very good. Ask him now if he can help Kelly for that feeling that Kelly's experiencing when he left. Ask him if he can do something about that. What can he do?
he's always with them.
He's always with him. That's why he feels it. Mhm. How can he help Kelly?
Send calmness.
Send calmness. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Now, ask him. I'm going to ask JB to do a full body scan on Sally to see if he finds anything else that we need to take care of. She's good?
It's good.
Very good. What about those antidepressant pills that she's taking? What's going on there? Does she still need to take those?
Not enough in her brain.
Say it again?
Not enough in her brain.
Not enough in her brain. What's not enough in her brain?
No.
Mm-hmm.
M-E something.
Melatonin.
Melatonin.
Not enough melatonin in her brain. What can we do about that? Why is that, first of all?
Brain injury.
Brain injury. When did this happen?
Car wreck 19.
Car accident when she was 19?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So that damaged something there?
Split her head open.
Split her head open.
And
Okay.
caused her not to be able to walk.
Cause her not to be able to walk? Mm-hmm.
And it all got better and all of it went away.
All got better except for the brain issue. Mm-hmm. But now that she knows this, she doesn't need that anymore, right? What can we do about this? How can we help Sally?
Be more realistic.
To be more realistic.
Don't worry.
To not worry, not to try to control stuff.
Don't focus on negative.
To not focus on negative, but focus on positive.
Positive.
Very good. And now, how can we help her with that brain issue that's going on there? She doesn't need that anymore. She's learned from it, right?
Doesn't need it.
She doesn't need that. What can we do about that?
Doesn't need pills.
She doesn't need pills for that. Which pills? The anti-anxiety, antidepressants?
Yes.
She can just let those go?
Slowly.
Slowly. Can you tell her how? How long and how?
1 month, half a pill
Half a pill.
every day for a week. Every other day, every 2 days. Twice a week. Twice a week.
Okay, so every day half a pill for the first week.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Half a pill every other day. Half a pill twice a week. Half a pill once a week.
Mm-hmm. And then you have a pill once a week until it's all over. And then no longer she needs this?
Right.
Done. And what is that going to do to her brain? Hmm? Is she going to be producing more melatonin now?
She'll be fine.
She'll be fine. Very good. What about the water pill that she's currently taking? What's happening there?
Too much salt.
Too much salt. It's because she's taking too much salt? Mm-hmm. The water pill is salt?
Gets rid of the salt.
Gets rid of the salt. But I understand that sea salt is good for you, right?
Table salt, too much salt shaker.
Oh, okay. So she needs to switch her salt. Is that what you're saying? For sea salt.
Sea salt.
Sea salt. Very good. What about those pills when she does that? What's happening with those water pills?
Never need them.
No. Very good. She can stop those right away?
Yes.
Very good. She just has to change her salt for sea salt.
Salt.
Beautiful. She'll be much appreciated. Sea salt. Very good. Now, what's going on with her, the not sleeping at night? What's happening there? Is she working at night while she sleeps?
It's raining.
She's running at night? Never sleep?
Competitive running.
She's doing competitive running in her sleep at night. Who is she competing with? Where is she going?
Track.
She's doing track running at night. Mm-hmm. Why is that? And what for?
She's on a relay team.
On a relay team.
She has to run.
She has to run. Mm-hmm. But now that she knows this, she also needs her sleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
What can we do about this competition? When is it finishing? Who wins this competition? Did she win it?
It's just practice.
It was just practice.
Practice, practice, practice.
Practice makes perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now that she knows this, what can we do about this running at night?
Separate.
We can what?
Separate.
Separate. How are we going to do that?
Running is not real.
The running is not real, but yet it impacts her, right?
Worries. Running.
That's a correlation. So now that she knows this, what can we do about those worries and running at night? She doesn't need that anymore, right? What can we do about that?
Calmness.
Calmness.
Meditate.
Meditate. Before she goes to sleep?
Yes.
Beautiful. How long does she have to meditate for?
A few minutes.
A few minutes? Mm-hmm.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Very good. And what will this do?
Calm her soul.
Calm her soul. And she'll have a deep sleep. Very good. Is this all done already? Beautiful. She'll be much appreciated. What's going on? Is this what's making her energy levels during the day?
Tired.
Tired. She's tired after.
No sleep.
No sleep.
Tired.
Tired. But this now, after it's all done, after she meditates before sleep, how is she gonna wake up after that?
Refreshed.
Refreshed. Beautiful. She'll be much appreciated. Ready to take on the day. Excellent. What happened with the school bells? Was there an effect on Sally because of all the school bells during all her teaching years?
Stress.
It caused stress. The ringing of the bell causes stress?
Signals next thing to do, next thing to do, next thing to do.
Now that she knows this, what can she do? What can we do for her about that? She doesn't need this anymore. She's learned from it, right?
She's done.
She's done.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let me know when that, is that a big job or a small job?
Small.
It's a small job. How long will it take?
No.
Not long. A few minutes? Let me know when that job is done. She'll be much appreciated. What's going on with Sally's knees?
Injuries.
Injuries. From what?
Car wreck.
Car accident? Now that she knows this, what can we do about her knees there? Can we do a full body lubrication? Make sure all the joints and ligaments are functioning at optimal health? Left knee.
Stronger muscles.
Left knee has stronger muscles.
Right knee needs muscles.
Right knee needs muscles. Can we go ahead and do that right now?
Build up.
She needs to build up muscles on the
Build
rest.
up. Build up.
Build up. Build up. We're doing that right now? What are we?
Exercise.
What kind of exercise does she need to do for that?
Thigh, calf, hips,
Thigh, calf, hips,
lower back.
lower back. Those are the type of exercises she must do?
Yes.
Will yoga be recommended for Sally?
She likes yoga.
She likes yoga. Very good. Beautiful. Excellent. What's going on with the Sally's eyes? What's happening there?
Farsighted and nearsighted.
farsighted and nearsighted. But she knows this. What does that do to? And do we have permission to heal it?
Yes.
Yes. Very good. Is that a big job or a small job?
Takes time.
Takes time. Roughly how much time?
Year.
A year?
Little bit at a time.
A little bit at a time. But within a year, she won't need her glasses or contact lens? Very good. She'll be much appreciated. Can we start that work like this? As the work and jobs become completed, please let me know. Can you keep asking questions while you work on that? Thank you. She'll be much appreciated. What's going on with Sally's constipation? Where is this coming from? What's the message?
Eat better.
Eat better.
More fiber.
More fiber. Like what?
Celery.
Celery.
Corn. Fruit.
More fruits. Like which ones?
Not bananas.
Not bananas? Why is that? Bananas are not good for her?
Very good. Not too many.
Not too many.
Apples.
Apples.
Citrus.
Citrus.
Lettuce.
Lettuce.
Beans.
Beans. What about broccoli?
Broccoli is good.
Broccoli is good. Very good. What are the ones that she needs to avoid? What are the foods that Sally needs to avoid?
Really spicy.
Really spicy. What else?
Not too much sugar.
Not too much sugar.
Not too many additives.
Additives.
Processed food, not good.
Very good. Excellent. She'll be much appreciated. Well, what can we do with that constipation that she is feeling once in a while? Can we remove those emotions from her? She doesn't need that anymore, right? Is that a big job or a small job?
It's nothing.
It's nothing. It's easy peasy. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Let me know when it becomes completed. What percentage we're at the piriformis here on the right side. What percentage we're at there? 10 to 15. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. But that's going to take 2 months, right? In 2 years, you said.
2 months.
2 months. Very good. And we're at what percentage again?
10 to 15 here.
10 to 15. Very good. Should be much appreciated. Let's keep working on that. Can I keep asking questions and everything? Very good. Can we go ahead and connect to Joanna's consciousness. Is she okay? And does she have a message for Sally? How's Joanna doing? She's not here. Where is she? She's what? She's gone. Where? Let's go ahead. We can connect to her consciousness. How is she? She's okay. She had to go. That's what I thought. Is she in the light?
I wish she didn't have to go.
Does she need our help to go to the light?
I hope so.
Very good. Let's tell her to gather all her stuff, and when she's ready to take that trip to the light, to let us know. Also, if there's any other souls and spirits around, they can also get ready to take that journey if they need to.
Hands with somebody, but I can't see who it is. And she's ready.
She's ready, but that person's holding her back?
I think they're going with her.
Okay, they're going with her. Beautiful. Excellent. Okay. So everybody is ready?
It's her dad.
Her dad.
It's her dad.
Very good. Let me know when they're ready to take that journey to the light.
I think they are.
They're ready. Okay. So let's go ahead and take that journey to the light. Can you tell me what they're seeing as they go to the light? The tunnel. What are they seeing? Where are they?
Everybody's okay. They're okay now.
Did they arrive over there at the light? What did they see when they arrived there?
I don't know, I just saw them go through this big hole. Almost like they were flying.
Yes.
They weren't flying.
They were just going through it.
They were just raising. And that's all I saw. I could see the hole, but I couldn't see them either.
Okay. So now they're in the light.
I think so.
How does she feel now? Does she have a message from over there?
Smiling.
Does she have a message from over there?
loving me.
Thank you for loving me. It's a beautiful message. Beautiful message from Joanna. Very good. Now, let's go ahead and connect with Sally's friend, Pitch. Let's connect with his consciousness. Is he okay? And does he have a message for Sally? What does he say?
His diabetes.
His diabetes. That's what took him?
He didn't commit suicide.
He didn't commit suicide. So it was his diabetes that was his time to go? Is he in the light?
I think so.
Does he have a message for you? Or for the world? What's a message?
There was no will.
There was no will.
He
Okay.
didn't kill himself.
He didn't kill himself.
He's saying that several times.
Very good.
Okay.
That's very good. Does he have a message for you from over there?
No paperwork.
No paperwork. Very good. Excellent. How's that feel?
Relieving.
Relieving. Very good. Let's thank Pitch for his beautiful words. And Joanna as well. Now, let's go ahead and connect to Aunt Polly's subconscious for consciousness. How is she?
Can she be playing golf?
Just playing golf?
She's got golf clothes on. She's good.
Does she have a message for you or for the world? What's a message?
That she did her best.
She did her best.
She left us all.
She loved her all.
I think that's all.
That's good. Very good. Can we ask Aunt Polly to do a full body scan on Sally? Just to see if she finds anything that we need to take care of. What does she say?
She's telling me to keep going to the dermatologist.
What for?
What?
Hmm?
What'd you say?
For what for?
Oh, I have moles all over me and I've had skin cancer.
Mm.
She doesn't want me to stop taking care of that.
Mm. Where's that coming from? Why is it happening that?
Why did she say that?
No, where is the skin cancer coming from?
I had it on my leg,
Mm-hmm.
all over. The worst one was on my leg.
And why is that? What's happening there? Why is it?
I don't know.
Sometimes we can see it. Why is that happening? Is it really cancer or it's just mold?
It wasn't as serious.
It wasn't as serious. But that was a long time ago?
About 6 years ago.
6, 7 years? 7 years? Okay, but they're all gone now. Very good. Excellent. Let's thank Polly for her beautiful words. Now, let's connect to Aunt Win, to her subconscious, to her consciousness.
She wants me to eat pie.
She wants you to eat pie. What kind of pie?
She's trying to give me apple pie, and I don't like apple pie. I like cherry pie.
Why is she trying to give you apple pie?
She makes pies for a living.
Ah,
Made them.
she made pie for me. Must have been really delicious, but I love apple pie.
So good.
What was she going to tell Jamie? Can you ask her that, please?
It was something about my Uncle Terry, her husband. But he's dead now, so it doesn't matter.
So it doesn't matter. So we can let it go now. Very good. Does he have a message for you, for the world? It's a message.
Thanks for Mom. Thanks for taking care of Mom. And Jamie and I better stay out of trouble. So her.
Very good. Beautiful words from Gwen. Yes, Gwen. She hasn't changed a bit, has she?
No. Oh.
Very good. Beautiful. Now, let's keep going. What's going on with Sally's daughter, Kelsey, and Kelly, her son? The confrontation that's happening there. Why is that happening there, and what can we do about it?
Hard-headed.
They're both hard-headed? What can we do over there about that?
Soften.
Soften that. And how are we going to do that?
Show them both compassion.
She has what?
Show them both compassion.
Show them both compassion.
I don't know.
Can we go ahead and show them that right now? Can we also go ahead and send them lots of love and energy for them to love each other, to make peace with each other? What does this energy look like? colors.
I see dark purple over here, and I see light green over here.
Beautiful. Beautiful energies. Green is from the heart, purple is from the forehead, crown chakra. It's beautiful energy. Very good. What about her older son, Kellen? Was he in a past life with Sally? And who was he? Was he there in her past life?
I see a little boy and a little girl. Both of them are blonde with curly hair.
With curly hair.
And they're running through a field where there are a lot of white flowers.
Running through a field of flowers.
She has on a hat, big wide brimmed hat, and a dress. And he has on shorts that have things attached so they won't fall down.
Yes. And those bungee cord things.
And they're running and they're running and they're running over.
The horizon.
Yeah, kind of off. And they're laughing.
So they were like brothers and sisters in the past life.
They weren't holding hands or anything, so that's. But they were both happy, and they both have flowers. He has flowers in his right hand, and she has flowers in her left hand. Like maybe they had picked them.
They picked them
from the field.
Yes. What were their names in those past lives?
Sarah, Bert or Bart or maybe Bart. Both Bert and Bart come one night.
Yeah. Very good. Excellent. Can we go ahead and search for all past and present life's contract that are no longer serving the higher self of Sally to move forward? Let me know when those are all gathered up. Say it again?
I think I want all this to go somewhere, all these things that are coming in.
Are they all gathered up?
I think.
How many are there roughly?
There's a lot more over here. There's only about 3 or 4 over here, but over here is just a lot.
A lot. So there are a lot of contracts.
Like, a lot. Like on top of each other.
All piled up.
Yeah.
How are we gonna, do we have permission to cut those?
All these can go.
All those can go.
go, 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 go.
Mm-hmm.
These are bigger and a different color than those.
Mm-hmm. What color?
These were black and gray.
Mm-hmm.
And these are kind of a pinkish white.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more white than pink, but there's kind of a pink tint, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Very good. What do
And
they represent?
the second one and the last one can go, but the first one and the third one are important.
Okay. That's fine. What about all the black ones and the gray ones?
They're going.
They're gone.
Fine, yeah.
Are they coming back or no?
No,
No, never coming back. Beautiful.
they're falling away.
They're all away. Let's just do one more search to make sure we didn't leave any behind that we need to take care of.
Now these guys can go.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Are they all gone now? Very good. Now, all that space that was left there, what can we put in that emptiness space that is left over there?
My grandkids.
Grandkids. Beautiful. Their memories of joy, laughter, love. Beautiful. Let's fill those spaces that were left there with all that laughter, joy from the grandkids.
They're so cute.
How's that feel? Very good. Now, let's go ahead and put a protection on Sally. What kind of protection can we put on Sally so those contracts don't ever come back again?
I think just realizing how much I love my grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
And keep that joy in my heart.
And keep that joy in your heart. That's the protection? The protection of joy.
I think.
What color is this protection?
Yellow?
Yellow.
Kind of a,
Mm-hmm. The solar plexus. Mm-hmm.
with a little tint of orange above it.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So yellow and orange. And where is it? Where is this protection?
Kind of feels like a rainbow around me, except it's just the yellow. It's like an arch.
Like an arch. That surrounds you.
I think so.
Beautiful. That's all we need. Excellent. And what is that going to do? This beautiful rainbow of colors.
I think it's going to ground me and help me to find joy instead of looking for worries.
Hmm. Very good. Grounding and joyful. Can we extend that rainbow to all the family members, Sally? It should be much appreciated. Has that protection been extended?
Mhm.
Very good. Now, are there any crystals or rocks that Sally needs to wear on herself or needs to have? And what for?
A grounding.
A grounding one?
Grounding.
A brown? Mm-hmm.
Focus on now, what's important, and not what you can't do anything about.
Mm-hmm.
Stay grounded, stay positive and present.
Stay grounded, positive and present. And what is it? Is this a crystal or a rock? What does it look like, this crystal? What color is it?
I think it's purple,
Purple. Beautiful.
and it's a crystal, but it's really small,
Mm-hmm.
like
What do we call this? Does it have a shape or size?
it's a rod. It's a
Like a pendulum.
up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Got weird on my neck.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a pendulum?
I think.
Mm-hmm.
It the purple doesn't move, but it's on something that makes it be able to move on the chain,
Okay.
on the
Yes.
rope, on the chain.
Mm-hmm.
It all looks very small, very delicate.
Very delicate. But it's purple. Would it be amethyst?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I have an amethyst ring.
Yeah. And what is this going to do to Sally?
Peace and joy.
Peace and joy.
Peace and joy,
Mm-hmm.
and serve as a reminder.
Reminder of?
I guess the peace and joy that
Okay. Very good. Excellent. Now, let's go ahead and connect to Sally's guardian angel or guide. What do they like to call themselves?
I can see my dad and my Aunt Gwen, and my Aunt Gwen is standing closer
Mm-hmm.
than my dad is, and they're both smiling.
Okay. So your Aunt Gwen is the guardian angel. Is she always with you?
She's always with me, but I don't think about her all the time.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Yeah, that's fine. But she would always help you if you call up on her, right?
I'm sure.
Can we ask her to do another full body scan on Sally, just to make sure we didn't miss anything? Everything is taken care of?
I think so.
Very good. So we very much appreciate it. Can we ask her also to go ahead and do a full body scan on me? See if they find anything. Which one? Which one are you seeing?
Maybe. I'm seeing your left one, but it's not definite.
Yeah. What's happening there? What do you see?
Something's grinding or a tiny bit out of place or something.
What can we do about that there? We have permission to fix that, to heal that.
To kneel on hard. If it hurts, ice.
Hurts ice.
Maybe watch for swelling or be aware of it.
Yes. Very good. Excellent. Thank you very much. Now, is there any other questions that we might have missed? That we forgot to ask? Very good. Now, is there any messages from Sally, from higher self of Sally, for herself, for Nia, for the world?
In every situation, be kind.
Be kind in every situation.
Let little things fly away.
Little things fly away.
Help anybody you can.
Not anybody.
Always be willing to help.
Always be willing to help. Yes. That's why we're here, right? Very good. Now, I'm asking the subconscious to recede to where it belongs, with much love and much thanks for the help and information that has been given to Sally today. I know she's really going to appreciate it, and I want the entities from the other lives that we were speaking with to also recede into the past to where they belong, with much love and much thanks for the information they have given us. And remember, the things you are watching are from the past. They belong in the past, and we will leave them in the past. We only brought them forward as a curiosity to learn from, to have information to help with the present lifetime. In this way, they are valuable and have importance. But as Sally listens to the recording and goes over the material and puts it into place, it will not bother her in any way, mentally or physically. That is very important. It will not bother her in any way, mentally or physically. Now, I want all of the consciousness and personality of Sally to once again return and fully integrate back into the body completely. Now, all of the consciousness and personality of Sally is once again fully integrated back into the body, replacing all the other parts we were speaking to. Now, I want Sally to move up, up, up through time and space, and orient yourself back into the present day and time. This is the 3rd of August of 2020. You are laying here in your bed in Akumal, and you just had a very interesting experience. And I want you to remember that the present life you are living now is the most important life of all, because it is the one you are focused on at the present time. Any information we can find in this way is valuable, but it will not bother you in any way, mentally or physically, as you understand it and put it into place. That is very important. It will not bother you in any way. Now, in a moment, I'm going to count to 10, and on the count to 10, you will be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over, as though as you just had a nice nap, a nice sleep. You will feel truly rested and refreshed. Anytime you do anything like this, it will always be an enjoyable experience. Now, follow me up as we go, and on the count to 10, you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over. 1, 2, you're beginning to breathe a little faster. Your blood is beginning to circulate a little faster because you are beginning to wake up now. 3, 4, you're becoming aware of your physical body, very much aware of the physical body. You can move your arms and legs around to get the muscles working and the blood circulating, because it gets tiring laying in one position like that. You are focused on it now because you are beginning to wake up now. 5, 6, You're becoming aware of the sounds inside of the room and the sounds outside of the room. You're very much aware of your physical surroundings. You are oriented back here into this present time and place. And you're beginning to wake up now. 7, 8. You are coming up very nicely now. Very nicely. 9, 10. Wide awake, feeling wonderful all over. How do you feel, Sally?
I just woke up from a really good nap.
You just woke up from a really good nap. How was that experience for you? Something that you had experienced before?
I feel like I remember a lot of it, but I feel like some of it I might not
Some of it.
remember.
Okay, so you remember most of it, you think?
I remember the field, the little boy and little girl,
Yes.
my aunts and my dad, Joanna. I remember something about a button on a wall that didn't make me comfortable.
If you look at this painting here, what do you see? Don't put your glasses on.
I see whoa, sorry.
It's okay.
Little child with their maybe grandmother walking down towards the ocean.
Towards the ocean, yes. Could you see that before? Did you notice that before when you woke up every morning?
Oh, because I sleep on the other side of the bed.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Very good.
It's cute.
Just keep your glasses off for a little bit. See how things work. So let's go over this.
Okay.
How do you feel your piriformis here on the right side?
It's not hurting.
It's not hurting anymore?
It's not hurting at all right now.
Very good. But they're going to still be working, being done on that, right?
Okay.
For the next 2 months, they said.
Okay.
And then it should be completely bye-bye.
Great.
Yes. The right shoulder, you remember that, what they said there?
There's a bubble.
There was a bubble, yes. And it happened one time that you were carrying bags on that side, and something happened.
Okay.
Might have popped, I'm not sure. Created probably an air pocket over there.
Okay.
How's that feeling now?
Better. I mean, it hurts a little bit when I get it back that far.
Yeah, but you also have the pillow there, so it might be restricting a bit.
Of course, this one does too, so maybe it's just not supposed to put there. Yeah.
Okay.
Should I say something about?
That's going to take actually 6 months, they said there, right?
Okay.
So a bit longer, but then...
Did I say something about a car wreck?
Yes.
I had a car wreck when I was 19. We were turning left at a turn signal, and a car
Hit...
T-boned us
oh.
and flipped us over. And
You were where, sitting in the back?
No, I was in the front seat. And I don't even remember. I mean, I remember the wreck. I remember what happened, but it's been so long now that I never even think about it.
Yeah, you never talked about it.
Never.
Oh, that's one
I never even remember it. And I remember now talking about my head being split open.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Do you remember what they found there? They said that you were needing a bit more melatonin.
Oh, yeah. And what does melatonin do?
Melatonin is that little liquid that drops into the brain, and it's pretty much like a DMT. It helps with dreams. It's
Okay.
like the happy. It's a
Okay.
happy liquid.
Okay.
Melatonin makes you happy. So if you have less, you're more depressed,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Do you remember what they said about the medication?
To wean off of it?
And they said for the anxiety and depression, it was it says to start right away with half every day,
Okay.
and for 1 week, and then it said next week it's half every 2 days, half every other day is what they said, and then the week after that,
the third week.
yeah, it's half a pill for 1 week, for 2 weeks, times 2 weeks, then half a pill 1 week.
Okay.
So it's like just
So
to
it's
give it
just
like a
weaning
little,
it.
yeah, just
Yeah.
to give it one for 2 weeks, and,
Right.
and then 1 week, and then that's it.
Okay.
And then bye bye.
That'd be great.
Yeah, and the same thing they said for the high blood pressure. It's pretty much the same formula, but that one's gonna take a little bit longer.
Okay.
It's gonna take 2 months
Okay.
instead
Yeah, I've been on
of
it.
like 3 weeks for the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the water one they said right away.
Okay.
That
Don't
one,
need the water. Huh?
No, and they said something about that, about the high blood pressure. Do you remember what they said? That you were intaking something.
Salt.
Yes, the table salt. Yeah, well, you need to take what? Which one?
Sea salt.
Exactly. And that's a big one that I learned in my nutritionist.
Sea salt. Okay.
Yeah, sea salt with no fluoride, no, just pure sea salt.
Just sea salt.
Yeah,
Okay.
pure sea salt.
So no iodine, or don't need iodine?
Iodine you can take like separate probably.
Yeah.
This one,
Okay.
but not in the salt. Because salt you put it everywhere all the time, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's
Everywhere.
better just sea salt, no iodine.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's easy.
Yeah, and that's for that. And the cholesterol, do you remember? It said non-existent.
They said what? I don't need it.
It is non-existent that you don't.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's always perplexed me a little bit.
Mhm.
The cholesterol is usually in people who are overweight and
Yeah.
not active, and it doesn't describe me at all.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also you have to watch what you eat. They said. Do you remember a bit what they told you to eat?
Vegetables. I thought that was when I was.
Vegetables and fruit.
Yeah, I thought that was constipation.
Yeah, but it's still
It's all of them.
yeah.
Okay.
It's they said celery, not too much bananas.
Oh yeah. Okay. They constipate me.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then they said to avoid processed foods, too really spicy,
Huh. Okay.
sugar and additives.
Oh okay. Yeah.
Yeah. We found something in your feet. That there was something going on there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think about it, but my big toes,
Mhm.
these are growing out, and then see how this one's kind of angling in
Uh-huh.
instead of laying there.
Could that be because the shoes you're wearing?
Yeah. When I was teaching, I wore
All those
high
yeah.
heels with pointy toes for years.
Yeah.
So I don't do that anymore.
Now it's gonna be slippers.
But yeah, flip flops. Yeah.
Flip-flops.
But yeah, I need to pay attention to that, because if it gets worse, it'll cause me problems when I'm old.
Mhm.
Walking and things like that. So I need to
Okay, maybe you can exercise, just trying to bring it up.
maybe.
a bit.
Yeah.
The yoga also helps when your feet down.
Yeah.
Because the first thing they tell you is that your feet has to be touched completely, and the toes have to touch.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then you have to put in your belly button a little bit and hold it there.
Mhm.
Close a little bit the anus so the life force doesn't go through the bottom.
The bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you stand straight. And that's the main things. Yeah, the prana. Keep the prana in here. Right? So the prana is like the candle. That's
Okay.
how I look at it.
Okay.
The prana source, the life source.
Right.
And how do you detoxify the colon? Is you go upside down.
Right.
Because when you turn a candle upside down,
Mhm.
the flame is still going up, right?
Right.
So that's how it detoxifies it.
Okay.
If you can get to do that.
Yeah. Figure out how I can do that.
Yeah. Okay, and then the smoking came up a little bit. Do you remember that?
I'm afraid to hear it.
No, it's all okay. They said it was doing a little bit of things with the high blood pressure, smoking, but not too much. But that you liked it, and you didn't want to get rid of it. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna push for something that we didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they said the car accident, that the melatonin thing was there, but that's gonna be fine after the antidepressants.
Good, good. I never even remember that I had that car wreck. I remember talking about it just now, and I was like,
Okay. Then we went on to, we were able to connect to the consciousness of Joanna, friend.
I remember all that.
Yeah.
All of those.
She had beautiful messages. And then your other friend, Pitch, he said there was no will, and that it was his.
It's time to go.
Yeah, and it was his. What was it? The insulin level of.
His diabetes.
Diabetes,
It
correct.
had something to do with his diabetes, but I don't know what.
Yeah. Okay. And we were to connect with your judge, JB. He was okay. And we also connected during the guardian angel and guides. He was one of your guides as well. That's what I felt as soon as we were doing the interview. He was one of your guides. With Gwen, huh?
Yeah, Aunt Gwen was that, because I pretty much thought my dad was. But I'm glad Aunt Gwen is, because she and a lot of me came from her.
Okay.
Her personality, a lot of sense of humor, stuff like that is, so that's good.
It's really good. So she's always with you, and you can call up on her when you need help. We also connected to Polly, your aunt.
Polly told me to keep going to the dermatologist.
Yeah, she was funny.
Yeah, she's a nurse.
Okay.
She was an emergency room nurse all her life. So.
Do you remember the past life when you came in? You were like a doctor?
Yeah, I was a doctor. That's where the button was that confused me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you get the message from that past life?
I remember telling somebody good news.
What was the feeling of that good news? Emotions, no?
Oh, I remember I wanted to cry, but I couldn't cry because I was a
You
doctor.
were a doctor.
Yeah. But they were crying.
Yes.
And that's what made me want to cry, because it was happy. It was.
Yeah, it was a happy, joyful.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And you remember the past life where you were the lady dressed up with a beautiful dress?
In the
It
mud.
was 1916.
In the mud. Why was I walking through the mud with a pretty dress on?
Well, do you remember what they said about it, why they showed you that life? Something about money.
I had a lot of money in my purse.
You were really rich in that lifetime?
Yeah.
But
it
you were
didn't
not
feel
happy.
good. It wasn't happy. Yeah.
So
Money and happy. I do remember that.
yeah, you could have a lot of money, but yeah, you're not
Doesn't mean
happy.
you're
So
happy,
that's
right.
where money and spirituality comes in. Yeah. And then the other life, the last one, where you were this man, and you passed away with your family there,
Oh, yeah.
and you died happy.
Yeah, that was the one where we started out with. Wait, wasn't there a Christmas tree?
Yeah, there was a Christmas tree, and the kids were opening.
And they
the
were small.
present. Yeah.
But then was that?
It was. I felt it was the same.
Yeah,
Same kids.
I felt like that was. That it was them younger, and then
already older. Yeah.
me older, and I was a man again.
So you had like a beautiful life, happy life.
Yeah.
And you went in peace.
Yeah.
How did you feel that there when you left the body in that spirit? Did you feel anything there?
I remember closing my eyes and just feeling completely, utterly at peace. I don't remember moving or going into the light or any of that. I just
Felt that peace.
peace, utter peace. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, that's when I took you and we connected your subconscious.
Oh, okay. Very interesting.
And then your son Kelly, they said it was when your father passed away. That was one of his big impacts.
Broke his heart.
but we were able to send them good energy. The green, it's the heart energy, right? Because that's the heart chakra.
Okay.
And the purple is from the
It's
crown
head.
chakra. Yes.
Boy, that's
And those
Kelsey.
are the most of it, almost like 100%. When they send out those energy, it's always the green and the purple. That's why I always ask to see,
Okay.
make sure which ones are
So
sending out.
what's orange or yellow?
Orange is right here.
Okay.
It is like the sex
Okay.
chakra, and then the yellow is right here, is the solar plexus.
Okay. Because it was mostly yellow, but it had a.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
It's very good. Those are grounding chakras.
Ground chakras.
Yes. Bottom chakras are grounding, the top are lifting.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's good.
Kelsey, we're able to send also the energy and the protection
Mhm.
to see if they would come together in peace.
Maybe.
Hmm. And Kellen,
Mhm.
he was in your past life. I don't know. I believe he was the brother.
It felt like,
Felt like a brother.
yeah. I mean, there wasn't any proof of that, but that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
2 kids.
It's either brothers or
And the girl who I think was me was older, and she's a little bit taller than, so I might have been his older sister.
older sister who is now coming back in your life. That's actually how the reincarnation happens. It's you stay in the family circle
Mhm.
and you alternate between
Is that-
roles. Yes, that's how it works. And then once you complete that circle, you're done your karma. You either decide to stay on Earth or you go somewhere else. That's how it works. And then we went into past your life purpose now and skill was what we're doing pretty much, helping people, and with the skill is warmth.
Warmth.
Mhm.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
And then we did past and present life contracts. That was nice how they explained with it. You had different contracts. You had the little pinkish, whitish contracts on one
Every year.
side. And I felt like it was like the loving contracts, and the other ones over here were more like the dark ones, that were black and
They
gray.
were darker, yeah.
Yeah.
And they were
And those ones
stacked.
you were able to get rid of
Like-
them fast, like
Yeah.
you didn't want to keep them at all.
Yeah.
And this ones you kind of kept them for a bit until you did another search, and then you said, okay, now they can all go.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember. I remember this stack of. It was almost like they were in a horseshoe around me,
Mm-hmm.
and there was those, that went kind of almost to the bottom of the horseshoe. There wasn't anything at the very bottom, but as soon as you got past the very bottom, all of these were just stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
And I
And you
remember
send them away.
they did not feel good. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. How did that feel when you send them away?
I was more relaxed. I was
Well, do you feel like a
breathing.
lifting off the chest?
Yeah, I was just completely freeing, I
Yeah,
guess is
it's
the
like
word.
freeing.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we put the protection for you, and that's where you saw the rainbow.
Yep.
Yeah, and we just extended it to your family.
Good. Yes. I remember that.
Yeah. And it was representing, it was a purple, small
Oh yeah,
the crystal.
Mhm.
Then we did the crystals, and it was, I'm pretty sure it's an amethyst,
Okay.
which is purple.
Mhm.
I have to switch it here. Let's just do a quick search here. I did my Reiki with crystals, so I can tell you.
Oh, is that right?
Mm, it's called Power of
So
Crystals.
so I can research that, and do I look up? I mean, can I get one of those like online or at a mineral
Amethyst.
store, or what's?
Yes.
Okay.
When you see it, you're gonna be drawn to it. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll know which one it is.
Excellent.
Amethyst. There we go. Amethyst. It's chakra corresponding to the third eye, crown chakra.
Okay.
Soma, soul star, stellar gateway beyond. Physiological corresponding is cellular and metabolic processes, endocrine functions, hormonal regulations, neurotransformation, brain harmonization, immune system, blood, skin, respiratory, and digestive tract.
Okay.
Skin and psychomatic disorders.
All right.
Vibration is high, virtuous, and then you have healing power, tranquilizes, it helps understand the source and addictions, traditionally bounds from head to heel, calms anxiety, and draws off physical and physiological pain, draws off. Yep, it's something like that.
Yeah, perfect. It's
Mhm.
beautiful. All right.
Okay, so you need to get that,
We can do that.
and then we did your guides and guardian angels. How was the experience for you?
It was great. It was enlightening. It wasn't scary at all. I mean, I felt completely relaxed and comfortable.
Yeah, peace.
Sometimes I felt like I was moving, but then I didn't think I was moving. I couldn't tell if I was moving.
Well, you were moving.
Was I moving? Oh gosh. I didn't hit you or anything,
No,
did I?
no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Once you hit the camera a little bit, but it's okay.
Oh,
No, it's just like you're touching, you're going like this, very slow.
Oh.
And you were like, you were doing, I noticed you were doing a lot of like mudras and hand gestures there. It was very intriguing to see. And not many people who like the hand, you're doing some mudras, and I noticed we're harnessing the energy and pushing it out.
Oh.
So you grab your popcorn because you
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
All right, Sally, so that was pretty
Okay.
good.
Yes. So.
We can take a break now. Have
yeah.
lots of liquids. So the healing process continues.
Okay.
So try to keep healthy diet,
Okay.
lots of liquids. The next 3 days and nights, the portal is still open, so a lot of healing is happening.
Okay.
And you can keep a pen and pad and paper beside your bed if you have dreams and symbols and stuff.
Okay.
You can ask that.
Okay. Excellent.
Mhm.
And I don't even know what time it is. Do you have any idea? What time?
Yeah, it's 10:34.
Wow. Okay.
How did that feel?
Like it would be about 8
Time
o'clock.
ceases to exist on the other side.
It does because I felt like we were here about 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah.